tired of this country. Where will I go? I have an NIN. I have an international passport of Nigeria as a citizen of this country. The president is not representing Nigeria. The president is not representing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Rather, he is representing the Federal Republic of himself and his family. We are dying. I'm in Abeokuta. I lost my home in Lagos and things were hard for me. I said, okay, make I come Abeokuta if life will be easy. Why are MTNs scamming us? All the tariffs are scamming us and Nigeria government are not doing anything about it. With Tinubu tell me that he's not subscribing. With Tinubu tell me that he's not seeing Nigeria hardship. With Tinubu tell me that Nigeria is okay. Nigerians are dying. Nigerians are dying. There is no work. There is no job opportunity. There is no good road. There is no water. There is nothing. Nothing has changed. Nothing is new. But then we go up there. Then we go to the United States. Then we fly over to the Canada. Then we go to Australia. And then we say Nigeria is okay. Nigeria is not okay. We are dying. All the network are scamming us. All the network are scamming us. All the network are scamming us. Tinubu should see it. We need help. There is no president in Nigeria. There is no president in the state. We are suffering. We are suffering. Nigeria is suffering. There is no food, no good road. Everything has changed. Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is dying. The government are scamming us. We cannot eat 3 square meals. There is no food. There is no job opportunity. There is no good road. There is no water. Nothing in the state. Even the internet does not want us to come online again. The government does not want us to talk our mind. They are killing us. They have increased tariff. They have increased tariff so that we cannot come online. Every minute, network is scamming. You cannot subscribe and use it well. When you subscribe, they will collect your money. They are scamming us. What is EFCC doing about this? If an individual scam, EFCC go arrest them. If an individual scam, EFCC go arrest them. What are we doing? Why don't they arrest MTN? Why are MTN scamming us free? They are robbing us in Nigeria in everything. We cannot eat. There is no good road. We are dying. We need help. Nigeria 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 need help. We are dying, oh. We are dying, oh. We are dying. The government are not representing us. They are representing themselves and their family. They are not representing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They are representing Federal Republic of Tinubu. Federal Republic of Tinubu. Federal Republic of Tinubu. Federal Republic of Tinubu. We are dying, oh. We are dying. Tinubu said we will not talk. Tinubu say if you talk, you die. Where is it in this constitution that you don't talk? If you talk, you die. Where is it that you don't talk? We cannot eat. We cannot eat 3 square meals. We are not surviving. There is no good road, no water, no job opportunity. You will go to school as a graduate. You cannot see job. If I ask some Okada here, they are graduates. They are driving Okada. Come on, Ghana. As a graduate, you work and earn 400,000. As a graduate, Nigeria. As a graduate, you earn 70,000. You earn 70,000. NYSC, 70,000. NYSC. And they are celebrating. They are dancing. They've not gone to any other country. They don't even want them to see the lights. They are closing it against us. They don't want us to see it. The government are killing us. The government are killing us. If Tinubu continue, Nigeria will be no more. Tinubu is building an empty Nigeria. Tinubu is building an empty Nigeria. Tinubu is building an empty Nigeria. Nigeria is dying. There is no food in the state. There is no job opportunity. Tinubu is building an empty Nigeria. We cannot survive this. We cannot survive this. We are dying. We are dying. United States, Australia, Canada, come for our rescue. Nigerians are gonna. Nigerians are gonna. Nigerians are gonna. Nigerians are gonna. Oh.
All right. Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us today. We are here again. It's weekend, Friday, 28th March 2025. Wow. I don't even know where to start from, to be honest, because my presentation continues, but I just want to come in now. But of all, Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you always, always, always. I appreciate every one of you right there. I just wanted to quickly contribute, put one or two things to add to what I've presented so far. Wow. The country is terrible. Thank you very much, Abu Azi. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, my people. Oluwatosi, my brother, Stella Afini, Messi, Ayo, Vitus, Akwebele, Divine Cross. God bless you all, my people. I can see you all right there. Kisno Geraki, thank you. Discussion Channel TV, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Madam Nena in the building today. Madam Amen Bright is right there. Beck Mark is with us. Seven Girl Meda is with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night, stars. I can see you right there. Thank you, my people. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to measure all names because we have loads of comments already on the comment section, but I want you all to know that I appreciate everyone right there equally. Yes, the reason why I decided to bring this video today, these videos, because it's currently, there's a lot of them on social media. It's currently going on. Nigerians are beginning to cry out online. For now, online. I repeat, for now, online. Yes. This particular last video that I played, the guy is complaining over the internet and all that, blah, blah, blah. This is deliberate. It's deliberate. Because you know what the internet networks are doing in Nigeria right now? They are trying to suppress Nigerians by stealing their money so that they cannot afford to buy internet to know what is going on online. Because as you and I know, what is affecting the government right now is Nigerians ranting online. So they are trying to make life difficult for you. If you buy a data of 10,000 naira, if you browse just twice within 2 hours, it's over. This is what they are doing right now. So it's just totally terrible. It's terrible. It's just like someone asking me the other day that, how do you stream from Nigeria and all that? I say, yes. By God's grace, we are trying our best to make sure we keep the consistency on what we're doing. Currently, Nigeria, nothing at all. I like the fact that that young man mentioned that there's nothing that is working. You know, nothing. And the lady that I played earlier on, before this man, also said, nothing. If you can mention one thing that you think that is working right now in Nigeria, just mention it. For me, I'm in Lagos, I'm in Nigeria, nothing is working in Nigeria. It has resulted to a point now where everybody is begging. You see husband begging on the road, wives begging, girls begging, boys begging, old people, everybody is begging right now. You cannot even drive, like we were discussing last night, you cannot even drive your car on the road peacefully anymore without people don't park on your car, on the traffic. Everybody, it's like ants packed on something. You know, maybe on top of oil or whatever. That's what is happening right now. So insecurity will continue to increase in the country because the survivor right now is unexplainable. The sad part of all these things is that all are talking, they're ranting and all that, they are seeing it, but they are not interested. And the more painful part of it is that these politicians, they have children. My question is that their children, they talk to their papa, say, Daddy, this is what I saw online. Can you do something about it? I don't know. Because it's... But meanwhile, I would like us to move on, my people. I would like us to move. I just wanted to quickly comment on that, but let's continue with the ranting. Then I will shook my head again on the next video that I want to play.
All of you Obaseki supporters, come up from my window. All of you. Waste management. We don't need to pack all these children. We don't need to pack them inside down a van. Go throw it there for where they for come. As soon as they pack that, see come up for Bini. More now pack all these children. See there. See there. Now so they walk out follow everywhere. We don't need to pack them. Come up for this Bini
Fulani don't many pass. Fulani don't many pass. Now so that they harass people. Fulani don't many pass Benin people for this Benin. Not be the video I want to be that. People stress me too much. These people stress me too much. But it's someone now. If you go and Ring Road side now, you go for Bishop Road Junction side. Ha! Whether they go, they carry their people, come from village, come join them. No need to pack them, come on. Government need to ban them. I was going to talk about Obaseki supporters. Yeah, people. Anywhere where they see my video, but you go to pepper them. PDP slaves. You never start to cry. I know all you people want is, oh, why you not cause APC in Benin City? Why go cause him? As long as I'm concerned, Obaseki has left office, but his footprint is still in Benin. He's still in Edo State. He don't come out, but the leg where match see the show. You want to complain about erosion? Now, if you try, I'm going to kill you. Not be the same erosion who they complain since they defend. No, the water is not too much. You want to complain now because he has gone. If you try, I'm not supposed to shout. Now the crest. Oh, the public schools are so dilapidated. How children today? And we have a government APC. Now go kill. Now you want to join us and talk because your government is no longer there. Now go up that your own political party go help me cut your tongue. You all are a disgrace.
Confusion everywhere. Hey God. Which kind of country is this? Eh? Hey God. Now wow. It seems like the only people enjoying this country right now are politicians. Confusion everywhere. But meanwhile, I want you guys to listen to this video. Would I remember saying this particular woman? Listen first, then I'll come in before I'll recapitulate on that video.
Hello, thanks for joining us on the news at 4. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has declared businesswoman and socialite Aisha Achimugu wanted over allegations of criminal conspiracy and money laundering. According to the EFCC spokesman, Dele Oyiwale, Mrs. Achimugu is needed for questioning in relation to an ongoing investigation. According to the EFCC, the 51-year-old native of Ofu local government area in Kogi State last known address is in Maitama, Abuja. The EFCC urged anyone with information about her whereabouts to come forward and contact the commission through various channels, including phone, email, or visiting any of the offices nationwide. The EFCC's declaration comes after Aisha failed to honor an invitation for questioning on the 5th of March. Instead, she allegedly traveled out of Nigeria on the 6th of the same month.
All right. I believe someone know will be that Aisha, right? But in case you don't know or you've forgotten, I'll take you back. A couple of months ago, sometime last year, this woman shake social media, not be small. On her birthday, I guess, she went to one island in Caribbean island or wherever. The island cost $150,000 a night. And she was there for like 10 days or more, you know, celebrating her birthday. So between you and I, if you calculate $150,000 times 10, you know how much be that. You know, not be food though, not be for other stuff, or just to lodge herself and her guests. But now, EFCC doesn't look for her. But for some of you that cannot recall, I would like to recapitulate on this video to bring your memory back.
Came and did her vacation or so, and it cost $150,000 to stay here for a night, one whole night. And it will please you to know that Aisha Achimugu is the first Nigerian woman to stay in this same island. Guess what? $150,000 a night. And guess what? We've been
on stage. Money is talking. Aisha Odogu. Odogu na one. The woman king. Aisha has landed.
did her vacation or so, and guess what, guys? It costs $150,000 to stay here for a night, one whole night. And it will please you to know that Aisha Achimugu is the first Nigerian woman to stay in this same island. Guess what? $150,000 a night. And guess what? We've been here for the past, Aisha has been here for the past 10 days. It's our own 7th day today.
She's here on stage. Money is talking. Aisha Odogu. Odogu na one. The woman king. Aisha has landed. The eagle has landed. The grand commander. Shut down Grenada. Has it not been so? Oh no, when you were warrior.
All right. Currently, they are looking for Aisha Odogu. Aisha is here. Aisha number 1. Aisha $150,000 a night. Altogether 10 days, $1.5 million. Aisha Olu. Aisha here, Aisha there. So 2024, this woman actually closed the social media. For nobody know where she forgot money that time. I remember saying we broadcast them here. We talk about them. But for now, EFCC don't declare her wanted. Immediately they call her. They say the woman base. As they talk, so she don't base come up for Nigeria. She's nowhere to be found. But now, EFCC, my message to you: if you are looking for Aisha and you don't find them, all of the way attend that wedding. Now, when there be birthday, we attend that event rather. You go arrest them one by one first. If you can't, if fear go let you try them. Go arrest them one by one and may they confess where Aisha did. All this while we're going to do something, we're going to deceive ourselves. Because as far as I'm concerned, some governors, senators, ministers, they were there. How many of them have you caught for questioning? You know if you try her, they never bore you. So even this Aisha Odogu when they talk so. The guy where Aisha go hide, reach and go say, gay, I'm here, wait till they worry now. Go get away, go take slap them with that $. Now $100 she take the spray just now for flavor. They say use about more than $50,000 to spray for flavor that day. 5 bundles, $10,000 or something like that. According to them, I not go there. I was not there. They invite people like us go to that kind of place. I would not associate with satanism.
No be there you go that day. Tell say you know they around. Now there you
me,
go now.
God forbid, though, my brother.
I just say no be first class. I carry go that day.
Aisha Odogu, I not fit go that kind of place. God forbid. Okay,
you are so don't be the same now. Take the same private.
I know they dine with satanism, my brother.
Mr. Harvis.
Because me, I know say someone the first class. So you got
no, Mr. Harvis.
Yes, sir.
Is it an offense in Nigeria to spray with $?
No.
Okay, so why are they looking for? I think you spray with $, now, right?
For money laundry, they don't say for spraying.
Okay, money. Okay.
No, not spraying. Money laundry. Somebody who spent over $15 million for birthday. He not reach whether the question.
$15 million on birthday.
Yes, for just 10 days.
But why they go question him now? Mr. Elvis, you follow go that birthday now. You have someone who never said that.
No, wait, 15 million. That should be on Guinness World Record. 15 million.
Exactly.
And make we ask Mr. Elvis say it happen. Ask Mr. Elvis say it happen.
Over $15 million on the birthday, 10 days trip, $150,000 per night. They say one champagne there worth over $10,000. And not only one champagne they put for cup share for everybody now. Let us you say they carry I bet if someone do calculation now, if people go reach $50,000, 50, what do they call that? $50 million.
Mr. Elvis. Tell me
Yes,
something. That day, which kind of wine now you drink for the year?
I beg.
Someone where you do, because I know say there's someone who go there. So
Oh, listen, contentment is number one thing in life. Just imagine, say you are associated with this. Now I want to report this kind of thing. How come they say actually? Even you yourself, you go send that for me for private chat, they say actually. Actually, you know, I was only invited. I beg you. Anyway, I appreciate you all, my people. Aisha, in case you know where Aisha Odogu day, Kisogeraki, you sure say you don't know where Aisha Odogu day? Open your backyard that she did there.
Allegedly, may they have someone go know.
Madam Mame Bright, you know whether Aisha did Germany? I beg, help us find out. Vitos Akpabio, Stephanie, Shibus, Mola Airport, Divine Cross, Mona on una candle or torch. We are looking for Aisha Odogu. The wahala wey dey Nigeria. Everybody is just waiting to jump on corruption. The same people that is accusing the government when they have the opportunity, the first thing that we do is to embrace Satanism. So that's why the problem of Nigeria, it will be difficult for us to triumph in this country. I'm telling you, because most of the people rather that is complaining today about Tinubu and previous satanic government and all that, if you're giving them the opportunity, they will do worse. They'll do worse. Okay, tell me now, why would anybody spend this kind of amount for your birthday? Wait happen. What's happening? The amount I don't happen. Madarita, I don't know, say you do Olaga so my sister. I don't see you, Madarita. Oh, make we move on now. Whether I go physically play my videos today because I never start to. Anyway, when I know the children where he sing this music, so where he say their mama or something.
Now our mama be this, so we don't get another one. Now our mama be this, now our mama be this, so we don't get another one. Now our mama be this, only me to know. Now our mama be this, now our mama be this. We no get another one. Now mama be this now mama be this we no get another one. Now mama be this now mama be this we no get another one. Now mama be this Oluremi Tinubu. Now mama be this Mama Nigeria.
Okay, when I remember that music, the children, their school, smoke igbo, whether than their headmaster or principal or whatever they call them right there, those smoke igbo, you know what he do? He say he want to punish all the children. By fire, by force, they're supposed to have accepted that Remi Tinubu, the vice president, the first lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they must have accepted or by fire by force say na their mama. Not even what they say for Nigeria. Evil children now, they are threatening them. Say you are finished. Nigerians have reacted to this. But meanwhile, let's quickly listen to Ojo and what she has to say.
For Information and Works, Rural Roads, Charles Anyago has clarified the viral video showing some nursing students in the state singing a call and praise song during the visit of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in the state. Anyago stated that the viral video conveyed messages that were at variance with the scenario at the moment. Well, let's listen to what he had to say.
The wife of the president, in the course of the presentation on the first day, apologized to nurses. Why was that apology? Because this particular tranche of the visit and the giveaways have to do with midwives.
I officially hand over these professional kits comprising of 10,000 scrubs and 10,000 pairs of Crocs to the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency for homeward distribution to our midwives in the South-South zone. I see that the nurses are not too happy with me. You will see why. Where I got the funding to kit the midwives. So, but you look very nice too in your white uniform. So if I happen to have more funding, maybe we'll be able to reach out to the nurses as well.
All right.
For that clarification. But you know, the conversation was that the reason why the nursing students were singing, you know, against the First Lady was because, you know, they are angry with the situation of the economy. But now we have this video where the First Lady is saying it's because she did not give the nursing students, you know, she didn't put them as part of the donation. You know, she donated 10,000 scrubs for midwives and not for nurses as well. But before I come to you, a nursing student from Delta School of Nursing in Agbo, Chioma, has come out to state that the viral video of the nursing students singing against the First Lady are not affiliated with the school. Well, let's take a look.
The song that the MC raised, although he asked us to sing along, but Agbo students, we did not partake in that song. Although we were singing because he asked us to sing along, but we did not sing "Na Your Mama Be This." Please, we beg in God's name. I don't know, the girl that posted this video and captioned it that the president's wife came to Agbo, our school. Please disregard the information. She did not come to Agbo. The event was held in Asaba, and Agbo students did not partake in that song, "Na Your Mama Be This." So different nursing schools and different schools of midwiferys, they were present in that very event. So I don't know why Agbo is just trending. Please, we beg in God's name, the event was not held in Agbo. So thank you and God bless you.
All right. Chioma here is saying that the event was not in Agbo. I mean, I don't know why that's even a conversation, because we all know that she was in Asaba, but it was the nursing schools from Agbo that, you know, a nursing student actually from that school, I believe, that posted the viral video, which I believe has even come under threat. I've seen some newspaper clippings and some things on Twitter saying that, you know, the student from that school who actually posted that viral video is about to face disciplinary action or something like that because it goes against their school. If we can just pull up this Anambra First Son's tweet, I think this is another school, I believe. I think he wrote here, Oluremi Tinubu is bringing rascality to the Delta School of Nursing. But I want to know the name of this school. It says Delta State College of Nursing Sciences. So this one is the actual letter that was put out from that school saying that, you know, this student who posted that video is going to face disciplinary action. But let us just sum up this conversation, really. Ayo, let me start with you in terms of that clarification from Charles Anyago. I mean, obviously, the nursing students were still upset. Yeah. That's the bottom line of the whole story.
I don't know if I buy that, but Mr. Charles Anyago is within his rights to come and give explanations. But one of the first things I like, why do we like to major on the minor?
Yes.
Of all things, you come to a school, and we applaud the First Lady's generosity. We've talked about this a number of times, and she was donating, and Delta State was one of the many states in that region that she was going to donate to the students. Now, they went to the school. If allegedly they put up a video that they sang a song, the people did not accept it, what is the big deal? And you know, sometimes we should ask this question, what is the big, if they don't like, you can't force people to like or accept everybody. It's not possible. We have to really check this intolerance for dissenting voices or people who don't particularly, it can be even a hairstyle, it can be the manner. If they say she's not there, but what is the big deal? That you had to release a press statement. The student who released the video on TikTok, Nurse Osato Edobo, is under investigation. Yes, that letter has query for divulging unauthorized online publication, video, social media, on TikTok, Facebook, etc. And it is the provost of Delta State College of Nursing Sciences. Her name is Ewodare Rita Ogone, Mrs. that wrote that signed that letter and stamped it 27th of March 2025. Why? And it reminds us of the same issues that happened with the NYSC student. They're saying, oh, your rule book doesn't allow you. It's when things like this happen, they begin to bring out rule books that people don't even pay. The important things they don't face. Why is it so important for everybody to like the First Lady? That's the first question. If the student
parents said they didn't want her or regard her as a mother, what is the big deal? So I think one of the biggest questions, and no one should be victimized for this. We don't want to have the legacy of this administration where people's rights are trampled upon arbitrarily. Freedom of expression and freedom of speech is a thing of the past, and people cannot. In fact, what criticisms like this should make you investigate is why were they upset? Why were they dissatisfied? And then begin to, as a mother, address those issues. Oji, if you are the mother of the nation, as a mother, if your children complain, will you punish them or would you listen to them and say, okay, what is your grouse? Everything is match, kill, stop, disciplinary. We need to stop that culture. It is not proper and it shouldn't be encouraged at all.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the point that needs to be made is the point that we made yesterday.
Yes.
That all things considered, the First Lady of the Federal Republic deserves commendation.
Yes, we said that.
For the supportive role that she has been playing and for the various efforts, as you call it. We urge the provost of that school to withdraw that vexatious, offensive disciplinary letter immediately. A school of learning is not a military unit. It's not a place where you violate the right of students and dictate to them what they should say, what they should post on social media. That is not part of the responsibility of the provost of that school. Our responsibility is to make sure that those people receive proper training and to see that, they're encouraged to focus on their work. The First Lady has given scrubs. It's a piece of clothing that nurses and midwives wear. And she has already promised their own will come to them.
Absolutely.
Now, the event that the lady posted, for whatever reason, did it take place or not?
It took place.
If it is something that took place, there is a justification of truth. And I'm sure that Senator Remi Tinubu herself is experienced enough politically to know that you cannot please everybody.
Yes.
People will praise you today, they will abuse you tomorrow. So that is the reality in politics.
Yes,
and
let's take us back to the last 15 minutes of the program, where I was asking about the Senate and the House of Rep. Some people said there was no quorum, and that meant that it's an illegality to support a decision of the president that some said was illegal, and then have another illegality as the next layer on top of it, where quorums were not formed in both houses. And there's a member of House of Rep who was shouting, "We don't have quorum." What do you say to this, and where does it take us? Are we going all the way to the abyss before we come back?
I will try to keep this as brief as I can. About a couple of weeks ago, there was a video of Julius Malema, even I posted it, where he was arguing with the South African Speaker of the House. And they were having an argument, and Malema told the woman, "The court just ruled against you. By what rules are you asking that I should be silent? The court just ruled against you." He kept emphasizing that the court just ruled against the speaker. The importance of that singular phrase, the court, is lost on Nigerians, but it was the beginning of our woes. A government that is not bound by rules, that does not obey laws. INEC told us that it had made regulations under the Electoral Act, but those regulations, it violated them, and the courts upheld these violations. The House was reminded by one of his own members of the fact that it's on public record that you don't have quorum, because the constitutional requirement is of 2/3 of its members sat in the House, not 2/3 of the people sat there, talk less of voice acclamations. So there was only a pretense at compliance with constitutional demands. But even if they had properly convened, the secondary issue is, could they have ratified an illegality? But we are in an environment where I don't need the soothsayer to tell me what our Supreme Court would say if this matter ever gets before it. We're in an environment where Akpabio does what he cares in the Senate and his counterpart in the House of Rep does exactly the same. We are not governed by any rules. So speaking about the House of Reps or talking about the Senate, speaking to the observance of rules and compliance with norms is a waste of time in our situation. Rules do not matter any longer. It is about the will of men. If the man sat at the top of the pyramid says that he desires a third and fourth term, between Akpabio and his brother Awase, they will give it to him. Our constitution does not matter.
Did you just say that if the president wants a
I am repeating myself without any fear of contradiction that if Bola Ahmed Tinubu decides that he wants a third term, pretty much like Uncle Shege, he would submit that bill and your House of Reps and Senate will pass that bill in record time. You are seeing the beginning of the Yademization of our presidency. You are seeing the beginning of a full-blown dictatorship that is unrestrained by any law. That is the reality. The only thing that has happened is that it is crowing triumphantly in the marketplace, announcing that it is unrestrained by laws or by rules. It is not that it started today. It was always part and parcel of our governance system. Obasanjo did the same. He just did it differently. Yar'Adua did the same, he just did it differently. Buhari was not so refined in pushing his own in our face. And the one thing you can take for granted is that Bulaba does not care one bit what any one of the bellyachers, from the likes of me to the ones in his class who are going to feel the heat in the coming days. He doesn't care what they say or think. It's about power. And he's in control. He's the one in power.
Okay, let's jump quickly because of time to Kaduna State's former governor, Nasir El-Rufai. His dumped APC moved to SDP recently. Shortly after that, he and former Vice President of Nigeria and PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar held a press conference jointly about a coalition to unseat APC in 2027. Given their political history, how realistic is an alliance between El-Rufai and Atiku? What are your thoughts? And if they are able to drag your friend Peter Obi into that alliance, where do you think this will go?
Okay. The movement of El-Rufai from APC merely signals the beginning of the political transfer season. We're 2 years away from the pretense at an election. But I am saying it, and let it be on record and let it be clear. If we don't have substantive and substantial electoral reform, Jesus Christ himself, pardon me, no blasphemy intended, could be on the ballot. I'm not going to be involved in that election. Tinubu is not a man who leaves anything to chance. I warrant that the election result in 2027 is already written, if it is going to be based on what we currently have. So maybe he'll remove Yakubu and put someone else. They'll still do exactly what he cares for them to do. So unless people are saying they are forming coalitions where they are looking to turn the Nigerian into an empowered citizen whose vote would count, if Atiku and even Satan, and in any case, El-Rufai is not Satan, he's just an odious person as far as I'm concerned. Even if El-Rufai leads a charge for electoral reform today, as much as I find this person objectionable, I will follow him in the path to changing this system. Without electoral reform, which consequentially turns the Nigerian into an empowered being who can vote for those he wants and reject those he does not want, 2027 is a waste of time. And if Peter Obi should find alliance with an El-Rufai, the question is this: that alliance, is it one that is found after Nigerians have become citizens where their votes will count? If it is one, I might look at the content of such an alliance without prejudice to the fact that I would expect that someone who has committed so many sins against the Nigerian people, especially the people of Southern Kaduna, like El-Rufai, will pay penance and take a back seat. I wouldn't expect him to be front and center and be allowing people to be reminded, because I don't know how anybody would expect the people of Southern Kaduna to be looking at an El-Rufai, even the people of the entire Middle Belt. I don't know how they will they will be able to stomach an El-Rufai in a political party where he has a prominent position. His bigotry is documented, too well documented for it to be something that we can be arguing.
I watched Professor Chidi Odinkalu on one of the conversations he had with some people where he said that if El-Rufai is going to be on the ballot, he would rather have Tinubu back. Would you say the same, or would you find a situation where you can't pick between the two of them?
Let me say this. Tinubu is the devil I know. El-Rufai's capacity for evil, I don't really know. I just know that he's a deeply, deeply... I find my skin crawls when I think of the things that has been associated with him. The things he himself has said in the public space, how terrorists are to be paid, how when you hold the Fulani man, you are going to pay for it, how the people of Southern Kaduna were just treated like vermins. Whether he was directly responsible, he was the governor, the chief security officer of the state, and he didn't have anything soothing to say to these things. And I am involved in the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum. I've heard Middle Belt people speak to their pains in the hands of Fulani Moridas. And to now hear somebody speaking to the normalization of that level of evil, it makes my skin crawl. So I cannot argue against what Chidi Odinkalu said, although it's almost like asking which hand I would prefer to have chopped off. Because as between the two of them, the Nigerian people will find no salvation.
Okay, so El-Rufai was a key figure in APC. He was part of those that raised it to power. Yet in leaving the party, he cited a growing misalignment between his values and the current direction.
What values?
What values you say? Okay. So he said that the ruling party as the primary reason for the decision. So what do you make of his justification in terms of values? Because when you look at the APC today, are there things that will make even somebody that you find despicable as much as you say about El-Rufai? If he says there are values that are being trampled upon by APC, what say you to that?
In February 2015, the piece that titled my first book, Do Not Die in Their War, was published. And I remember saying at the time that when I look at the high table at any gathering of the APC, I see all kinds of people who do not inspire any hope of a better future in me. This was in spite of the colorlessness of the Jonathan administration. Now, when El-Rufai is talking about values, question is, what values has the APC? None. Nigeria has been driven into the abyss in the last 10 years by the APC. El-Rufai cannot be divorced from the APC. Everything APC. El-Rufai is like a mother who is claiming that she has disowned her armed robber son. You bettered this child. You raised and nurtured the child. You taught it what it is doing. How do you turn around and say, the father can even turn around and be claiming that maybe some paternity test might prove that he's not the actual father. But the mother, how does she turn around and claim that she has disowned her child and is not responsible for the kind of creature that she has birthed? El-Rufai and the APC are one and the same. He was one of the chief. It's almost like Tinubu during the years of Buhari claiming that he has nothing to do with the APC. That would be a most venal lie. El-Rufai and the APC, one and the same. He might now have found a Damascus Road conversion, and that's perfectly normal. Anybody can repent. So maybe he has repented, he has found reason to say that, okay, they were all wrong, but I haven't heard him apologize for the formation of that evil coalition.
So let's talk about Atiku. He has contested for the president multiple times under different party banners. Does this coalition signal another attempt for him, or is it truly about opposition against the current government? Is there any chance that you can see a future of Nigeria dependent on an Atiku?
Nigeria breaks the heart constantly. And when you hope for better, you just find your hopes quickly shattered again. I would love to believe that Alhaji Atiku's involvement in this political cycle that is about to commence will be that of a statesman, a man who looks at the totality of our situation and becomes sufficiently self-sacrificing to do what is best for Nigeria and not what he believes best for himself. I say this because I am not one of those who believe that because a man has pursued power for so long, he should give it up. Atiku has been pursuing power as far back as 1992, if my memory serves me right. He was there at the SDP convention. He ran. He was told, I believe, to withdraw for Abiola. So that goes, if you take the time and do the math, that's 35 years. So he's been running a race for 35 years. I don't know what vision he is chasing. The Bible is very specific. It says the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it. Write it down. Make it plain that those who read it might run after it. It could very well be that there is a vision behind which he is running. I haven't caught that vision, and I don't see him as the solution to Nigeria's problem, because I believe our problems require very radical solutions. And I don't see him as being capable of that, but it is his right to aspire.
Okay, so other names we've heard involved in this coalition include Peter Obi of the Labour Party, the former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, the national secretary of the Coalition of United Political Parties, Peter Ame, the convener of the Alternative, dear friend Shegun Shoumi, formerly of PDP, who now says there is the alternative, as well as even the name of Rotimi Amici was mentioned, the names of Kaide Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti, was mentioned, and on and on and on and on. So if you look at all of this, do you think this coalition can convince Nigerians that it offers something that is different from APC rather than just an anti-APC party looking to steal or snatch or corner power?
I still saw Mr. Peter Obi last week, but I warrant that he did not discuss this or his involvement in it with me. So I really do not know, and I cannot speak to his involvement. But what I do know is this. When the political transfer season begins, it is normal to have these permutations, names being bandied, people who have been dislocated from the power center, those who are genuine and wanting change. You find all kinds of people finding alliances with each other. But as I have said already, their permutations and shenanigans do not excite me, because I know that when they are done, even if they gain power, without the people having been empowered, all that would have happened is that we'll merely change one set of slave masters for another set of slave master. These persons that you have mentioned, with the possible exception of Peter Obi, were persons who were on the other side enjoying these same largesse, who are largely complicit in the mess we're complaining about, and who would probably have remained within the APC if the APC had found accommodations for them. So it could very well be, as I have said in relation to Alhaji Abubakar, that maybe there is a vision chasing them. We'll find out in due course. But if they were calling for electoral reform, what they are doing might interest me. What they are doing right now doesn't interest me. I just see the same political operators jostling for position in a new coalition with which they expect to engage with the system so that the system might negotiate terms of settlement with them, even if they cannot shift the current occupiers. I don't see anything else.
Okay.
All right, I'll just leave it right there in case you want to watch more. Because that interview long, not be small. You can go to News Central and go watch more. But we don't have time to continue with that right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. I appreciate you all once again. We're going to start talking now. But I'd like to quickly just take a headline from this article that you've seen on screen right there. Corporate Affairs Commission says Kogi group seeking Senator Natasha's recall is not registered. You see, more disgrace, public disgrace, and they fall on them. So CAC now, Dr. Khan say, these people are not even registered. They are nowhere to be recognized, nowhere. The commission stated that the group is not registered in its record as legally recognized entity. The Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, has denied the existence of a group named Kogi Central Political Frontier, which is seeking the recall of Senator Natasha Akpabio. The commission stated that the group is not registered in its record as legally recognized entity. So they went on there that this group should be arrested because we don't even know them. You know, they are not registered anywhere. You know, they are Akpabio and the Yaya Bello people allegedly. Okay, I'd like us to move on. I'd like to quickly take another headline here. Bear with me, guys. Okay, there you go. This one is coming from David Umai, rather. You know, from Sarah Reporter Exclusive, businesswoman accuses Tinubu's minister David Umai of withholding 200 million naira payment for 2014 campaign gift for refusing his sexual advances. Oh, this is a part. They wear agbada, they go one hotel to another. From one hotel, we talk about that. Hi. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'd like us to move on. I know. Well, this one, if this one is seeking for attention, I don't know, but still, let me take on the headline quickly. Omokri, coming from Vanguard, I took a vow to destroy Obidient movement. Reno Omokri confessed. You know, former presidential aide Reno Omokri says he's on a mission to dismantle the Obidient movement. So I'm not going to read that. I'm not interested, but still, it's confessing currently. My people, that's all I have for you guys today. I've done my part today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you once more. In case you want to call in, you can do that now. If not, I'm moving straight to the panelists so we can move on. Thank you, my people. Emeka eBay Magnus, thank you so much for the 20,000 naira you sent to my Nigeria account. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. May God bless you for me, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you right there. Okay, before we will have one or two person calling in at the moment, I don't have any. I would like to call on the first person on the panel. If he's available, give us a mandate. Are you there?
Thank you very much. Good morning, good evening. Depending on your location. Mr. Ellis, I greet you. Thank you very much for always doing this and then heeding to a call whenever we make suggestions. You listen and then you take a clue and then just hear what we say. Mommy Diaspora, I greet you. I greet you. Thank you very much, ma, for all that you do. Okay, Madam Rita is here. Well, I want you to know, Mommy Diaspora, that I love you more than Mr. Elvis, more than Black Panther, and above all, more than Madam Rita. And I mean, love you fast. Thank you very much. I love you, ma. Well, Mr. Elvis, if you allow me, I have a remix of that song that was sung for the president's wife in court. If you allow me to sing the song. This song is for APC members. Well, I mean, allegedly, there's nothing like allegedly for this matter. Tinubu is a criminal drug baron. So the song goes this way. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Ogbonge drug baron. Nadia Papa Bidato. So that's my own remix of that song. So maybe that will form as my own challenge. The 30 days challenge for Nigeria. Maybe I'm going to do a video with that and then throw it on social media. Well, all well and good. You see, these guys they are they are honestly, they are not human beings. These guys are not human beings. These guys are clueless. These guys are wicked. These guys are evil. Now, what they are, so now what they try to do is silence everybody, including children. And I think like it was said, and I think this was even said maybe 3 days ago about this situation. If you do good, nobody will sing. No, you don't need anybody to sing your praise. The good that men does live after them, and the evil that men does also live after them. In fact, this one, the evil they are doing or they did is living right with them. What they are trying to do now about that song is kind of damage control. Oluremi Tinubu, you cannot be mother of Nigerians. Those children, they know their mother. They know that their mother is not as wicked as you are. Because you, Oluremi Tinubu, you went to Lagos and you sat by the waist on the roadside. Shameless woman. You sat on the roadside telling an Igbo lady that they will leave Lagos and their properties will be taken away. So all of a sudden now, you now become the mother of the country. I don't know which kind of agbo they cook for you, that all of a sudden now, the evil that you have done and you are still doing, all of a sudden will now make Nigerians believe that you are their mother. Okay, which mother? Even the Holy Book said, the Bible said that a mother will hear the cry of her daughter and we instantly arise. Nigerians are crying both on social media, on ground, around Aso Rock, in their streets, everywhere. And you pretend as if you don't know what is going on. And now you want to be their mother. You are not their mother. They know who their mother is. Remi Tinubu, you are as wicked. I don't know how to classify you. You are wicked. In fact, you are evil and satanic. Because what you and your husband did that made you guys the president and first lady in quotes was criminal in the first place. Which kind of good woman would do that? You are evil. You are satanic. So those children, they didn't sing a wrong song. That song was good for you. So take it, look inward, and see what you can change. Maybe that song will make you reflect and change. But for you, that I mean, your husband was the governor of Lagos State for 2 terms. He became senator. He sent you to the Senate House to go and hold space for him there. Can you guys change? No. Mr. Ibis, you were saying something during your monologue. These people, their children, do they ever speak to them? Now, if you now look at what we said during when they were talking about this, the criminal son too that wants to be the governor of Lagos State, you now see what we are talking about. Okay, with his son said that he doesn't know what is happening to Nigerians. Shebi that boy went to the north to go and do handouts. That is what Nigerians want. What a shame! What a shamelessness! What a shame! Handing out pack of jollof rice to our people in the north. Is that what Nigerians want? Is that what they want? So they all know. They know their parents are wicked. As a matter of fact, their children will be worse than their parents. Look at El-Rufai's son now. Look at El-Rufai's son. That boy is times 2. Is wicked than his father. And we have said it here. Dele Farotimi is a walking legend. Is a walking knowledge. That guy is so loaded. You see how he classified El-Rufai. You see how he classified him. That is the evil that we talk about. That is the evil that we see and talk about the country. You now see young people. That other guy was. I mean, look at what he was saying. You cannot pay for house rent. There is no motorable roads. There is. These guys, they live in Nigeria. They know what is going on. Nigerians are going through pain. Nigerians are going through hell. There is no light. You complain to us here every day. You know how much you spend for light. Generator is on every time. They put Nigeria into mess. And you want to also claim their mother, or you want to claim their father. You are not their mother. As a matter of fact, you are a failure. And Nigerians know this. When she's telling you that her budget, she will look at her budget, is a means to go and request for more money. More so, if you ask them how much they bought those crops, they will tell you how much one of those crop cost. As a matter of fact, I can enter into Walmart here and go and buy one scrub and tell you how much it costs. But ask Remy how much he bought those crops. That is when you will know the wickedness in the heart of that woman. They can tell that one scrub is above maybe 2 million naira for one scrub. So when she said that I'll look at my budget, is and that means that's like what Madam call it. That's their own SPV. That's her SPV, to siphon and to loot and to steal. That is Remy's SPV. They just carved that one out for her. And I thank those children in Asaba. That song was for her. That song fits her. In fact, you guys did a wonderful job. And to your provost, shameless provost, school is a place where you learn. You learn how to speak. You learn how to defend your rights. You learn how to stand for your rights. So that provost, if you still have dignity in you, just withdraw that letter, and nothing should happen to that girl. Nothing should happen to the girl, because she stood for her rights. She canvassed for her rights. She cannot be a dummy. That's how she can communicate. That's how she know how to do her own protest. That's a protest against the president in court's wife, and that's a protest against Nigerian government. Now to David Umahi, I don't know the legitimacy of that video, but whatever it may be, this is what you get when you have criminals in power. CM said it here. The very first time they brought this highway thing, CM said this is coastal highway to fraud. This is a coastal highway to fraud. They will use that's another SPV to steal and to loot from the Nigerian masses. What will these guys do for Nigeria? Let me shock you. Nothing. They don't have anything to do. Nothing will be done for Nigerians. Nigerians, rather than stay on this media or online alone, let's come together. Hit the streets and let these guys know that you are in pain. And this is my own statement. It's not Nigeria Watch did not send me. This is my own comment. And it should not be used against Nigeria Watch media. Nigerians, until you stand out to resist these evil guys, forget about it. Nothing will happen.
Thank you.
So let's come together and see what we can do to rescue this nation. For Reno Omokri, Oraka told us the meaning of his name. Maybe we can look for that video when Oraka told us what Reno Omokri's name means. Then we can know who he is. If he's a human being indeed or other thing. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for your submission. All right. Let me quickly appreciate those of you that super chatted me earlier on. Our 7 government there. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Kingsley Geraki. Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. You can do the same by pressing on the dollar sign right there. Support what we do here. Press on the like. Help us to share. Take our voices far. Sir Luis, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. 8 minutes.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I think we are seeing what is happening right now. You know, we see where we are as a nation. You know, we understand if we are not determined to demand for a change, then I don't know when that change will come. One thing, where I got disappointed with the old Nigerian people was during Buhari's government. I looked at it and said, if a man like this can be a president of Nigeria, a man like Buhari, then I think it will be easier for the head of an elephant to go through the eyes of a needle than to change the country called Nigeria. We also what happened. A man like President Buhari, that guy was just there, like sitting in Asorok like a deity. People were going to meet him like it was like an idol in Asorok. People were going there to appease him. A man, they would beg him, even when the country was dying, when people were going through sort of attack from Boko Haram or Mieti Hala or those terrorist groups. They will have to beg the president to come make his speech. They will not come out and talk. If a man like that could sit in Asorok for 8 years, someone said the leaders are the reflection of the people. He couldn't have said it better. The truth is, those of us who are concerned about Nigeria today, I think we are just few. Many Nigerians who see today are complaining about the situation of Nigeria. But when election comes, then you see the people will say, no, I would rather have my tribal person. Who the person is not working, let it just be in Asorok. Asas is my tribe. I don't care. That's the person who come out tomorrow to complain. This country is so hard. Oh, Nigeria, we don't have food to eat. Oh, things are expensive. So I've seen Nigerians. Just look at it now. When we say look at the Nigerian community outside Nigeria. If we really want to know people that are prospering, I'm not talking about individuals who has worked hard to make money for himself. We have that in all communities all over the world. Look at the community. Community is what makes a people. If you want to know the identity of a people, look at their community. If you see the Indians in the UK, you know that, okay. If you see the Chinese, you see the Japanese, you know. Look at the Nigerian communities, you will know. Outside Nigeria, you will know. Anywhere you go, you can tell. You don't. Even a blind man will see it. Like Patrick Obidient will say, let me just borrow some of his words. It's edible to the deaf and visible to the blind. You will see it. That, these people are not ready. I think Nigerians are the only set of people I see who know how to complain. They can complain, but they are never bold enough to take the bull by the horn to say, you know what, enough, let's change it. No, but they love to complain. They love to say, no, this is not working. That is not working. Let's change it. That is where the problem is. Now, you see, this man has come to stamp his dynasty on the Nigerian people. Yeah, not long ago, Dele Farotimi was arrested. We talk, Dele Farotimi, free Dele Farotimi. Okay. We've witnessed other human rights. We've witnessed other human rights, other human rights people that were abused, by the system, locked up for speaking. We talked about it. Not long ago, a young girl who's actually doing the NYSC came out and also complained about the president. He was all over the place. That girl was threatened. Now, we're talking about nothing. These are people who are younger than that NYSC student. Now, someone is issuing a letter just because the girl posted the video. So because you are the first lady, you become the mother of the country. To hell with you and your mothering spirit. Who cares about that? Who are you a mother to? The first lady is not the mother of Nigeria. You are the wife of the president. You are not the mother of Nigeria. Do you know what you say a mother? Do you know who a mother is? I watched the video where King Charles went to Scotland and someone threw an egg to King Charles. He just acted, he still went on taking flowers for the people, still smiling. He still went, of course, I knew within him he would feel like, oh, what the hell. But then he didn't show it in public. Then you see someone posted a video saying that your mama be this. Not that maybe they petted the first lady or they insulted her. No, just say, he said, I said, no, your mama. Simple. She's not my mother. When it did become part of the Nigerian system that someone had to force herself to become your mother. And this thing plays everywhere. I went to a church years ago in London to play the keyboard. Because, it's part of the things I do to survive abroad, I play keyboard, so people call me, they have a program. So this artist is coming, they need, I do that. And when I finished playing, I was waiting for my check. The guy was supposed to give me £500. I was waiting for my check. And the pastor just called me, my son, come. I told him, I'm not your son. Oh, you say, I'm sorry. Immediately I said it, I'm not your son. One young boy in suit, because you are not a pastor. Who told you I'm your son? Can you father a man like me? I'm not your son. I need to play. Pay me for my service. Simple. Say my son, how dare you? So this thing about anyone who is in a little position, you have to say, I'm your father. I'm a father. Father to who? If truly you are a father, the people will not be suffering. If truly you are a father, the country will not be the way it is. A man is sitting down today. He controls the country like a tyrant. And he puts a state of emergency.
All right. Sir Louis, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your submission. Madam Rita, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening to all the panelists. Give us our mandate. Madam Nelby, good evening. It's been a while. And Mr. Jonathan and Sir Louis, and my lovely mommy Diaspora Lame. Okay, topics that I think I started from when you were playing Aisha. The EFCC is looking for Aisha Achimugu. It's just so funny. we are tired of this, all this sensationalization of the elites in the society. The EFCC, I think somebody wrote it in the comment section. The EFCC very well knows where Aisha is. They know where she is. All these noises, you are just, I don't know why they're even disturbing us. They're disturbing us now. She has, a time will come. She will even come out and say, you know what, okay, here am I, okay, what do you guys want? Because, her supporters and the cartel in which she's part of, they are just going to just make them release her or not even bother us. I think what's going on is rich people are fighting themselves. Somebody went to go and report her. The same kind of, in fact, this is don't fight in their war. This is rich people's problems. These are the ones controlling Nigeria. I'm laughing because it's disturbing us. It doesn't change the fact that rice is expensive, bread is expensive, and people are ranting online. So I beg they should leave. They should stop disturbing us. That's what I would say about Aisha's issue. And I'm not going to discuss Reno because he's insignificant as far as I'm concerned. And as for the School of Nursing, I think we've come to the stage where the internet is actually saving a whole lot of Nigerians that we wouldn't have heard anything about if the internet didn't expose the people involved. Every single day, we see things like maybe School of Nursing. We see things like maybe somebody is in a naval officer or somebody in the army brutalizing a citizen for something very frivolous. One government official exercising their so-called powers. I don't know the kind of powers that they have, but let me just use the word power. The internet is one kind of saving us. The only thing is that we haven't gotten to a point where the current administration would ban YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, in fact, all the social media platforms. I mean, that would be the final straw when they banned all those things in Nigeria, because all these platforms are the ones that's exposing them. Really, they're the ones exposing all this atrocious behavior that we see on a daily basis. Do you realize that many of these things we see every day, do you know it affects our mental state? It really does. It affects our mental state. We see these things every single day. It does something to the brain, in case you guys don't know. And I don't really blame some people if they tell you, oh, I don't watch Nigerian news anymore, and I'm not interested in anything about Nigeria, because it actually disturbs their mental state. Many people are really, really disturbed, and it's sad. Everybody is every person working in the government seems like they want to gag anybody talking against the government. Anybody. Even if I feel that people like the what they call the one that's the registrar of the nursing school, just like the NYSC director, I don't think he's the man from Bodilon that sent them. We have overzealous idiots. Mr. Elvis, they are idiots. That's the nicer definition of what I see displayed by grown men and women. Overzealous idiots going against anybody talking about the administration. Nobody sent them message. There are many Nigerians. We have an issue with followership. Yes, that's what we have. They say there's a famous quote that says, bad things happen to people when good men are silent. The good man in this whole fiasco of Nigeria right now is the internet. The internet is not quiet. So that's why anytime we want to disgrace these idiots, they always come out to quickly correct it. Because right now, I think these ancestors that are ruling Nigeria, I think they're coming to the terms that, listen, this is not the days of yore where they can do things and nothing is exposed. Now, on a daily basis, everything, real time, everything is exposed on the internet, and there's a lot of reactions, and a lot of Nigerians are angry. So they are very, very quick to respond quickly. Even in the Senate, you see them, anybody coming out to speak, somebody will always want to explain, this is what the rule says. And because they know that we are watching, they know that everybody is reading the books, because the internet is free, where you can read, the Constitution, the rules, everybody can see everything. At least, even if you're not privy to even see everything, there are people like Nigeria Watch program that would actually explain it to people who don't understand. to the most basic understanding, level of understanding. You know, so it's like the internet is the one just chasing them for us. That's why there was an expedited response and many more things to come. And this is what we are saying. If you're not speaking, at least let the internet speak for you, because that's all we have right now. Any overzealous idiot in the government parastatal now, you say something and they'll come and they'll write letter to you, you know, as a youth, and they'll tell you, oh, come and explain, you're suspended, or they'll start to threaten you. And this generation is getting so angry that they don't realize what the tipping point is coming. Because the internet has exposed everything to them. Everything. And let it be known regarding the rant thing. I'll be dying to say this. Apart from this rant, this 30-day rant, I think we have to come to a realization that next time when you want to vote a president, it's not about my tribe. It's not about, it's my brother. Nigeria needed to go through this painful process to realize that the choices that we make will come back to affect us. The so-called politicians that you think that love you, they don't give a rat's behind about you. So when they use tribe or geographical location, or I'm from the south, especially the tribe part, just for you to vote them as a yardstick for the reasons why you should vote for them. Nigerians needed to feel this pain. It's unfortunate, but the process has to go through. We need to feel this pain. Nigerians need to feel this pain. Nigerians need to understand that when they make decisions, when you put the wrong person and the person make decisions, they make those economic decisions to enable their friends like them to gain from the Nigerian society. The 50% increase from the NCC, the tariff, do you think it's to benefit Nigerians? No. Many of them are in the Senate committee for the NCC, telecommunications. The people in charge of that committee, they're in the Senate there. Some of them have connections with or shares with, you know, the service providers in Nigeria. So any decisions that they make, it's not for Nigerians. It's for them, because if the company is getting some sort of dividends, they're also getting too. Because nobody cares. They don't care about Nigeria. They do not care about Nigerians. Nigerians haven't understood yet. And I'm so happy. It's unfortunate, but I am happy this kind of pain is happening. They needed to feel it. The youths needed to feel it. The students needed to feel it. The NYC copper they need to feel it. They need to feel it. They haven't gotten there. They are getting there, but they haven't gotten there. The man that is shouting and crying, oh, we cannot buy fuel. Oh, we cannot buy Gary. Bag of rice is expensive. They needed to feel it. The market woman in Lagos of that day that was saying, he's my brother. I'll never forget that video. Peter Obi is good, but he never reached it on. Tinubu is my brother. I must vote for him. Okay, that woman now, she needed to feel the pain of supporting her brother that we don't even know whether he's even in Nigeria. She needed to feel the pain. So that's what I have to say about the rants. Nigerians, we haven't gotten there yet. Because when we get there, we will actually see, you know, some display. We have not gotten there, you know. So, and there's one thing Dele Farotimi said, God bless that man. That man is I would say is a walking encyclopedia. You know, there's some people that God just, you know, God just bless, you know, some sort of intellect. And the way they break down certain things, it just resonates with you, and then you just get it. It's not about them speaking big English. It's just the way he says it. And I think it's the Holy Spirit that's just guiding that man, because he's so calm and he's so bold in a very calm way. And that's why he's even still in Nigeria saying all these things. May God bless him. And I believe that the Holy Spirit will protect him and his family. There's something that he said that it really caught me. He said, our country's problems requires very radical solutions. Our country's problems requires very radical solutions. The people who are in politics today, like the people that, like the person that I support, Peter Obi. Can Peter Obi solve Nigeria's problems in a very radical manner? I don't know. I've said it, Peter Obi is a conduit. He's not really the one that will take us to Uhuru. He's not the one. But he's somebody that God used, just like Dele Farotimi, Pade Banjoro, may God rest his soul, many of them. I think God is using them to, I'm not being religious, by the way, in case some people think I am. I'm not. I think God is using people like Peter Obi, Dele Farotimi, even I would say to some level, I would say somehow, Shorere, just to open our eyes. The person that will change Nigeria hasn't been discovered yet. We don't know the person yet. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I don't want to go above my
All
time.
right. Madam Rita, thank you so much. Yes, the president of change Nigeria, it looks like we don't know a year to. I'll support you on that, to be honest. Because it looks like all hope is just being dashed right now. But let's hear from Madam Nena. Before we hear from Madam Nena, please hold on. I have someone on the phone. Madam Origins on the phone. Thank you very much, Madam Origin, for calling in. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please talk to us. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to you, ma'am. Talk to us.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you for picking my call. Thank you, everyone. Mommy Desperate, thank you. God bless you. I greet everyone, all protocols observed. I just want to thank Madam Rita and highlight on something she said. I know you and I, Madam Rita, are on the same page with this issue of PTSD. The internet, I was sitting here listening to you when you were talking about how the internet has really saved a lot of lives because of what's going on in our country, which has been ongoing, which has been, when you call home, you're scared of calling to hear what is going on. And I put it to everyone, why I have to say it online and let us begin to look deeply into this matter is the government have damaged the people so much that I am almost 90, if not 100% sure that there is a level of PTSD on every Nigerian. And we have to start creating this awareness. I'm putting this across to you, for you, Madam Rita, to start thinking deeply about it. And who knows, there may be, I know that Nigeria as a government cannot help the people, but maybe there should be a coming together of looking for how to, help the people inside that country. Because everything we are going through is too much for any normal human being to handle. And I believe that we've gotten to that place where we are so numb on this progressive madness. It looked like the country was hijacked by mad people and are dragging everybody along. And the madness is too much. And it's causing a lot of damage to the people's psyche. I read it there.
Thank you.
Mr. Niger Water and Madam Rita. Thank you.
Thank you, man. God bless you, man. Thank you. All right. Madam Nena, are you with us? Okay,
Hello,
Madam Nena.
I'm here. I was trying to unmute myself.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. Thank you. Madam Peter, good to hear from you. It's been a while. A lot has been going on. Thank you so much, everybody. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening, Ma. God bless you. Mr. Elvis, I salute you, and I salute you in everything that you do. Honestly, the situation of Nigeria, sometimes it makes you laugh, sometimes it makes you cry. And I also want to say in support of what Madam Origin said with regards to what Madam Rita said. Honestly, the issue about Nigeria is causing a lot of most of us don't understand what exactly mental health is concerned. I want to believe a lot of people in Nigeria today are going through mental health and they do not even know it. That is why you see a lot of people snapping, doing one thing or the other that ordinarily they wouldn't have been able to do. A lot is going on with our people. A lot of even us, like Madam Origin said, sometimes people call you from Nigeria, you're even scared of picking calls. because of the things that people go through and because of everything that is happening. It's affecting even me. I don't know for that. For me, you know, the other last time I came, I said Nigerian situation makes me, you know, I don't know, like it drives someone crazy. My husband is one of those people that do not even want to hear anything that has to do with Nigeria. Like he said for his own mental health and for his own peace of mind. My husband don't want to hear nothing that has to do. Sometimes when I'm maybe like I'm on Nigeria Watch or listening to any of these news, my husband will tell me, I don't even know how you do it. I don't know how you manage to listen to these things and you see it remain sane. Because everything that has to do with Nigeria can make somebody insane. Honestly, it's so bad. So it's just ridiculous going by what the things he's saying. Okay, coming to the issue of the nursing students. Look, Madam Tinubu can say whatever she wants to say to minimize whatever those students did. One thing these people don't understand is that this generation, as much as they've not marched to the streets to do one thing, but we are getting there. Just like Madam Rita said, we are getting there. The truth, the one thing they have to understand is that this generation is not like this. Their father, our fathers, or our mom, most of us now that are scared, we don't want to talk. Look, you see that song that those children were singing, now your mama be, they were not singing it because of scrub. They were not saying it because of scrub or because of uniform. They were saying it because, as far as they are concerned, they do not recognize. Like when you meet an average Nigerian that understands what is going on in the country, nobody will be excited to address Madam Tinubu as her mother. Like she can try to minimize it. She can try to make it look as if it's not about the situation of Nigeria. The situation in this country in Nigeria as a country is terrible. It's horrible. That even me, sometimes somebody comes to me to tell me, you're president. I say, please don't even mention that name around me. Talk less of somebody coming to tell me that Remi Tinubu is the mother of Nigeria. Come on, those students, they know what they're doing. They say, and just like Madam Rita said, also most of these overzealous staff, all those overzealous whatever that find themselves in one position or the other, which I don't even understand what they think they are doing. A time is coming when people will even forget those in Aso Rock and start to come after all these overzealous head of departments and head of whatever they are. Start coming after them because it's beginning to get too much. Because I strongly believe that it's not Remi Tinubu or anybody from Aso Rock that asks that provost or chancellor or whatever she calls herself to write that stupid text that letter that she wrote, talking about discipline her that she did what? Did she insult anybody? She did not insult anybody. She did not say anything wrong to anybody. The MC was saying Tinubu is our mother. She said, okay, now your mama. You claim that she's your mother. Okay, now your mother now. So what did they say? What did they say wrong that will warrant somebody trying to discipline the child who posted it? And that brings me to the little, even though that one is not so insignificant, the one that came to say it's not students from Agbo. What is she trying to say? Trend funds are not afraid of to say that they'll come after the students. You see, that is the problem. That is the kind of fear they're trying to build into the hearts of, you know, some people, some other people. But unfortunately, a lot of people are beginning to wake up. A lot of Nigerian youths are beginning to wake up. It will start from internet ranting. Very soon, they will see what they are doing, what they are bargaining for. Because at some point, they're going to push this generation to the point where they push them and they see what they never expected that way. Because the whole thing is getting out of hand. The whole thing is beginning to look somehow. It doesn't even make it. Why should we even be talking about the facts? Just like Ayo said, why should that even be a topic of discussion that they say that they do not recognize Tinubu as their mother? Oh, they say they don't know who their mama be. Some of them, their mothers are selling their wrapper, selling their land, selling the okra and go by the roadside to send them to nursing school. And you want them to come and acknowledge somebody else as their mother. They tell you that they don't know who their mother is. So why should that even be a discussion, a topic for discussion in a sane society in the first place? When Trump will be going on the street, people will be insulting him like anyhow. George Bush will go out when the people like that, when the people will throw them stones. Obama, like what? Nobody has even thrown stone or thrown pure water at them just because they say your mama be that. That alone is why somebody should go sit down and waste an office paper and put a letterhead and write a note for them because a child posted now your mama. Come on now. we're measuring in the mind and putting attention on things that does not matter. The country that's called Nigeria, I don't even know how we can move. And then I want to talk about this man. I don't know if that was brought up because I came in a little bit late into the broadcast today. This man they call Webunyo or whatever, the one that was making noise with Obiezekwe. You know, when I was listening to that guy, even I think I listened to one of the interview that he made this morning at Arise. I don't know if the interview was today, but it was today that I watched it. After looking at this man, and then for people that don't know, if a lot of people that know about this guy, because what this is a tout behavior did not start today. It has been. He was the same man sometime a few years ago. I can't remember, maybe 2-3 years ago, thereabouts. That threw a woman's food, a woman that was selling this mama put with a wheelbarrow, threw it in a gutter somewhere, and the woman was crying. This guy is somebody that he's known for being a tout. And when you look at people like that, as people who are the helm of affair in Nigeria, making decision for a country like Nigeria, if anybody still believes that a country like Nigeria as a country will move forward with those kind of bunch of individuals at the helm of affair, that person is living. I don't know. That person is the most confused human being I can say, because I don't even understand what good can possibly come out of characters like that. When you open your mouth and say things and act like you don't have no decorum, you don't have no sense at all. Even sometimes some 3-year-old behave better than these people. And you ask yourself, what kind of human beings are this? How can a country move forward with these kind of individuals in charge of our nation? It is very ridiculous, honestly. And that's why, you know, I give kudos and I say that of as many that are talking, let's keep, because they are pushing. They will get Nigerians to that place where they cannot, what they will see coming. It's not what they expect, because now they feel like the country is such a place where everybody does anything and nobody says anything. They do anything, say anything, and nobody does anything. But it will get to the point where they will understand that it cannot be like that again. And just like Mr. Elvis, you said before, with regards to the video of the person that we're talking about, data and everything, all these things are intentional. They are doing all these things intentional. They are doing everything possible to shut Nigerians up. Nigerians cannot go on the street. They cannot go anywhere. No, and they know that the highest weapon Nigerians have at this point is internet. And one of the ways to, you know, to take that power away from them, from talking and speaking and making things that we never knew that we wouldn't have been able to see, to go viral, to become visible to everybody, is through the internet. So by making things difficult, by increasing all this tariff and all these things that make, at some point people will not be able to get up. They know what they're systematically trying to shut Nigerians down by making sure that some of these avenues through which people speak, that people are never able to speak. But it will get to that point where you can, they keep shutting people down. I honestly speaking, I want to believe that they are gradually pushing Nigerians to that place where the Nigerians may do, as docile as our people may look at it, it may get to get that point. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Nena. God bless you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for your time with us today, and thanks for your submission. Mr. Oduwa, thanks for calling in. Please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Niger.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the time. Well, I want to say something about the meeting. Nobody should be claiming. It is obvious when people think that the president and the first lady, nobody is a mother of Nigeria. Tinubu is not the father of Nigeria. Tinubu is just a worker to Nigeria. So the Nigerians employ him to work. Nigeria should be respected for even employing Tinubu to work, not to come and think of the wife to become calling Nigeria mother. It's not Nigeria mother. And I love those children, that song, because everybody know their mother. Is it the one paying their school fees? They didn't know how those people feed. They didn't know how those people grow up. They didn't know where they sleep. So everyone knows his own mother, or the one that did not know his mother, but not the person that take care of him. So that is just a simple something. And it is good for people to know that respect is reciprocal. When you respect me, I respect you. The people who said they have money already before they came to power, that they are going to give people. Now, they didn't have any happiness that they are giving. Is it not person who eat and belly full will bear blood? The person that is hungry is looking for food to eat. He has no found food to eat. He will be talking about blood or whatever. So people should just take it. And the reason that those people are putting something like that and saying they threaten this, they threaten that, it is because the people in positions who held offices, who held positions, are the people who are not qualified. Just because they can talk English and write from English words, people will talk, they are well learned, they are this. Do they have the brain of human being? That is why Nigeria is behaving like animals. Nigeria are too lazy. Anywhere they are in the world, they are too lazy. That brain of humanity is not in them.
Thank you.
Then, for Reno Omokri, what kind of oath did he take to make Nigeria? You people should help us ask him the kind of vow he vowed, whether to hand himself in transformer or whatever. We want to know. And whether he has done that, then before he will bring Obidient. So that is because I don't tell him. Thank you. I don't get it.
Thank you, Mr. Oduwa. All right, Mr. Jonathan, thanks for the long wait. Good evening to you, sir. I beg, talk to us.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, I agree too. Good evening there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good evening there in Lagos. I agree too. God bless you. I greet fellow panelists as well, those that have left the panel. I greet everyone. I greet Mommy Diaspora. God bless you abundantly, man. All the commenters and all the callers, God bless you all greatly. Welcome. Yeah, I think with respect to Remi Tinubu, Reno Omokri, I think people have spoken. In fact, today I love the submission of Abati on that as well. At least there's no place for him to hide here. You just have to stay on the line of truth. I think panelists have spoken on that, except for the fact that, you see, the question I have is that who sent that provost? Who sent her? That is the provost of the School of Nursing to put out a letter threatening the students with disciplinary action. Who sent her that message? You see, the sycophancy of Nigerians now has no bounds. It is their sycophancy is unparalleled, unprecedented. The kind of sycophancy that they display. Who sent her? They are just working for themselves, self-interest and misplacement of priorities. That's just what it is. Who sent her? Which order, which memo did she receive that prompted her to go ahead and put out such a statement? Who sent her? That is my own question. As far as I know there is nobody. She's just as using her own power there. Pure sycophancy. There has no limits. And we're seeing it everywhere. We saw it some few days ago, the youth copper, the same thing. All they know to do in Nigeria is to threaten. I believe it's Mr. Odua, you always say, he said some of this conversation is even worthless. Because I don't know how Remi Tinubu visiting the nursing school will put food on the table for Nigerians. I don't understand. I don't know how that will solve the problem. Everybody, all this ranting that we are seeing now. I don't want to call it ranting. I call it frank talk. It's frank. They are just being frank and at least coming out. At least for now, they are coming out. But they have just started. They are getting there. Talking on social media will not cut it. It won't cut it at all. There, all this talk on social media will not cut it. But I think you are getting there. I think you are bracing up. You are getting started. It is when it is this same situation, it will get to a point where it will not be social media anymore. You will have to come out physically. I think what the social media is doing right now, this phase of it, is gathering momentum, getting more people to be aware and bringing them to that place, that point where they will now come together and they will be able to, put themselves out there. It is not social media. No, it won't. The other guy also on social media, giving his own talk about the state of Nigeria, saying there's no, we are not citizens. Are you just getting that? You are not a citizen in Nigeria. All of you will get to that point, that state of mind. You will get to that reality. You think it's a joke when we are saying, you think it's just demarketing Nigeria. And when they want to talk, they say you are demarketing Nigeria. You are not talking good. It is reality. You are not a citizen. And when you will get it, don't worry. Don't worry, you will get there. That guy, his name is the one of those guys. Video you present, I think it's Tracy on TikTok. Tracy, something like that, talking that we are not even a citizen anywhere. Are we a citizen? You are not. You are not a citizen in Nigeria. If you people are truly citizens, you will fight for your rights. You will have the capacity, the ability to fight for your rights, your constitutional rights. No food. He was the one talking about no food, no job opportunities, no water, no freedom of speech, increase in tariff and all the rest of it. See, are you just waking up to it? They announced it. That is what we're talking. When people say you are docile, yes, Nigerians are docile. They talked about it in November, December. They increased it officially. It became a law. What are you people doing at that time? It is only when the Nigerians will not talk until it affects them. Now, that was the time that you should have rejected it. We are all here. November, December 2024, when this tariff was when they increased it. And now the telecom company are now paying the price. They have now passed it on to you consumers. It is now that you people, Nigerians, will not talk until it eats them. Until it affects them, they won't talk. That is the problem. Are you just getting it now? March, end of the first quarter of 2025, you are just getting it. Something that they have completed, sealed and delivered since November 2025. They talked about it all over the place. The ministers, relevant ministers, they came, they said they have increased it. We talked about it here, shouting on top of our voices here. We did. Telling Nigerians to do the right thing, do the needful. You people thought it was a joke. Now you are talking, oh, I spent so much money on data, blah, blah, blah. You have just started. That's why I said you are getting there until it is served round. Until that time. I still hearing them calling US to come and help us, UK, Australia, to come to their rescue. It shows their state of naiveness. They are so naive, uninformed to a very, very, very large extent, still ranting online. Even though, as I said, they are talking. When you are all ready, you will bring your talking to the streets. That is my message. You are getting there. You are not there yet. You are getting there. Because Nigerians don't understand anything. See the person that is still surviving today, that still have the capacity, the money, the wherewithal to still, take care of himself. He's not fighting, he's not talking today. As far as he's concerned, or she is concerned, or his family is concerned, or every other person, they are lunatic. They are demarketing Nigeria. as far as those set of people. Don't worry, little by little, your population will be shrinking. Population of people like that will be shrinking. It will be dropping until it will become a vast number, vast majority of Nigerians that will not be able to cope anymore. That is where the country is heading. So many talk. Somebody said, one lady said, the country is horrible, it's a disaster, it's terrible. You expect the time to come back, the good times to come back. Hey, those times are gone. Tinubu said subsidy is gone. See, those times are gone. You are not getting it back again on a platter. Nobody is going to give you. Aren't you getting it? We are shouting, talking here every day, for the last years. People are talking. You are just waking up. Those times are gone. The price of rent is in Lagos is going, through the roof. I cannot cope. Some of them, even they go emotional and they want you to fall into their emotions and then to start participating in that pity, partying and all those stuff. No. We're not going to fall for that. The right thing to do is to fight for your constitutional right. Get out, do the needful, get your country back. Nobody is going to fall for all these social media, emotions. No. But as I said, you guys are getting there. When the time is ripe, fully ripe, at the right time, you guys will get out. Yes. You guys, because even if you go to certain part of Nigeria now, those ones, the only thing they know is to dance. They know how to dance, especially in the South. Just to dance. Mr. Elvis, I want to talk about, because I watched the full video of on Arise News, that Oji segment. I watched, and they still talked about, in fact, devoted almost half, 50% of our segment on this year, on this the Southeast, the motion to honor Nwosu. And I think, yeah, it is still relevant. The news is still out there all over the place. And there is much to be said on that. And if time permits, I think it is something that we should discuss, because it is important. But one thing I will just say on it for now is that the robustness of the debate on Professor Nwosu, which is okay, but not that something that we put food on the table of Nigerians, as it were, today. We didn't see that on the the state of emergency on Rivers State, which is much more important to us, to the state, Rivers State, and to us to Nigerians as a whole. Nothing, no debate, no debate on that. But on this one, I was just reflecting on it. We now saw that robust debate. So it got me thinking, got me really thinking. This is a joke. It's a complete joke. These people are wasting our time here. They are taking Nigerians for granted. It's a complete joke.
All right. Thank you.
We'll leave it. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. No, if not me talk that one now, everyone will be shaking.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you so much, my listeners, my people right there. That God will bless you now. Thank you for your time. We're going to take our final submission now so we can round up. The final submission is just 2 minutes. Please, let's stick with it. Yesterday, we were here for so long. Today, let's round up on time. Give us a mandate. If you're still with us, your 2 minutes starts now. Okay, you are not there. Madam Rita, please utilize your 2 minutes.
I am here. I'm here. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Mr. Jonathan, I did not know that you can be very harsh. I was practically laughing with most of your submissions. But Nigerians are not getting it. Well, may God help them. May God help them. And I want to follow up on what Mr. Jonathan was saying. This is one of the things I was trying to express. Well, I also feel that there was no need for immortalizing Professor Nwosu, and I still stick to it, because there are more important, salient issues going on in Nigeria right now. To me, it's just a waste of taxpayers' money. They should be talking about what happened in River State. They should be talking about what they should revisit the pains Nigerians are going through with the declaration of the NCC 50% tariff increase. They should be talking about those issues. They are all listening to the rants. All of them, they have children. They are very, very current on the internet. They see all those things. Those are the things we need to see. We need them to talk about what happened with Natasha Akpabio. Everybody who is talking right now, Abaribe is the man that I respected, and that I respect, and other people who are speaking now. Everybody's opening their mouth now, but when it comes to Natasha, everybody's quiet. When it comes to people, Nigerians ranting, everybody's quiet. Please, I beg, let's move past this one for Rosu's issue. That's my opinion. And then the businesswoman that accused David Umahi, of sexual advances. See, we talked about it here. We have been talking about it here. Just like what happened to Natasha Akpoti. Many of them are quiet because they are practicing what Akpabio is doing, even as I speak. Many of them have destroyed a lot of women's lives in the past. Many of them have used their position to intimidate women that they know. Their father there's no connection. Who is your father? Their father is nothing. Their mother is nothing. So in their own eyes, they have done it. Some are doing it. And that is why they are quiet. So another woman has come out now. Everywhere has gone to voicemail for David Umahi. Everywhere has gone to voicemail, Abi. Okay, now, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. But we will keep talking, Natasha issue is not going to go away. And this issue of David Umahi, it ain't going to go away either. Thank you.
All right, Madam Rita, thank you very much, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Madam Nena, if you're still there, your 2 minutes is pending. Okay, you're not there. Okay, Jonathan, take your 2 minutes. Let's round up, sir.
Yeah, okay. Let's just quickly do. Let me just say this finally, because there's no time. So I will leave this Professor Nwosu thing. I will leave it for another day. There's still time, to talk about it later on. I will just quickly say this finally. Just buttressing Dele Faruti. He says in that interview, he said the law does not matter in Nigeria. The fact, law does not matter in Nigeria. And one of the takeaway from that interview again is him coming out to re-emphasize the need for electoral reform. Nigerians will not get it now. You see the problem we always say. They won't get it now. It is after the fact they will be crying. Somebody is shouting now. We've been crying, literally crying every day. They are not getting it now. That the social media is there. They are listening, but they are just rebuffing it, just pushing it aside. Without the electoral reform, see, anybody, I don't care who that person is in Nigeria, if you are talking about coalition, you want to come together to take out the APC or whatever, and if all you are talking about is about the election without the electoral reform, you are wicked, you are satanic, you are evil. All of you. Because your time now, this is what your time should be spent on now. You are talking about election 2027, and you are not talking about how that election, how the votes of Nigerians will count in such a way and manner that it will not be open or susceptible to rigging. If that is not what you are coalescing for now, if that is not what your coalition is all about now, if your coalition is just about, it's just about changing the slave masters, changing the slave master to another set of slave masters, that's what we are doing now. And if that is your position, as we are counting down to 2027, you are nothing but evil and satanic. You are part of the evil that is ravaging Nigeria. The focus should be on, that's what you people should be fighting for now. And for me, again, I agree with him entirely. If anybody, I don't care who that person is, anybody, any politician who says it is about electoral reform, I will back him up. I will speak for him come 2027 if it is about electoral reform. But if it is just about you want to become president, you want to become governor, you want to become relevant, that is the only thing that matters to you, and you are changing from one political party to another as if you are changing your underwear. If that is what matters to you, you are nothing but evil. Get it clear. Nothing but evil and satanic.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for saying it how it is. Okay, to Nigeria, now bear one press so you they come in. So I'll give you 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to give your all submission, and we're rounding up. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you.
Thank you for having me in Nigeria Watch. I appreciate you for giving me the time, and greetings to the panelists, greetings to the chat and the viewers. It's a very, very unsettling week, and 2 weeks, I think, since the Fubara incidents, and things that have been happening in Nigeria has been very unsettling. And I worry that a lot of people are missing the essential aspects that are going on. You know, we are talking about, oh, it's a woman thing, it's a politics thing that is going on in River State. And then when it comes to Dangote and the oil refinery, they will say, oh, it's because they took loans with our crude oil. Something is wrong with the country, and the way what is remain consistent is that this government is doing everything to ensure any force, anybody, any trend, any business that want to take Nigeria out of where we are, they try to sabotage it as much as possible. It's very consistent. Look at the Dangote oil for Naira. They frustrated that one. Is barely in existence. These are the people that have floated the currency and put us in this mess that we are in, and yet that one is barely functional. And look at that, Madam Akpoti, Senator Akpoti, that is fighting for Ajekuta Steel. They are targeting her and ensuring that they set an example with her so that anybody try to do that thing again. They go after that one. In terms of sabotaging the economy so that whatever Dangote represents is not going to benefit Nigeria. You can see that first the Naira for crude oil is sabotaged. The southern region is under serious threat now. Anybody that wants to invest in Nigeria, it's not going to happen. While all this is happening, Nigeria is not going to be developing. Our people are still going to be suffering. And we're going to be talking about it 10 years. This is the game they've been playing with us over and over again for the last 25 years or so since this democratic dispensation started. The pattern has been consistent. I've always been asking myself, like, how can this president ruin this one? How can he possibly do it? We are watching it happen. We are watching how they manage to wreck our country. This is how they do it. They will say it's about a woman today. And all these media, all these Western, all these YouTube people, they will make it about woman. They forget that there's something specific, because there's another woman. There are 3 women in that Senate. There's something specific about why they are going after Natasha Akpoti. This is a woman that they cut the road open so she doesn't become a senator. She's not elected. They blocked her way so many times. Why do you think they are going after her? Don't you ask yourself? Because she's asking questions that nobody wants to ask. Look at Chatham House that Aerofy was the one that proposed that Nigeria, these are the things I'm talking about, remember, that was proposing that Nigeria's security forces needs to increase in size. This same man, Aerofy, was the one that fought tooth and nail for Tinubu to become president. Where is he in office now? Why is it that people that want this type of things that transform nations never get anywhere in Nigeria? And our people can't see it. And even the ones on the internet, when they talk, they make it about mediocre stuff. It's a woman thing. Even when clearly there are women there that are not doing anything for you, that will be very, very happy to share money. You are not asking yourself the deeper question. Why is it that they're going after this woman particularly? Why is it that they are doing everything to stop her from doing what the question that she's asking?
And when we can't see it, then what do you expect? She might give up sooner or later, because this is the truth of history. Somebody once told me a story about Napoleon when he got to Egypt. He was fighting Egyptians, and when this Egyptian patriot fought him, killed a lot of his men. Then when he defeated him, he said, "You know what? I'm not going to execute you for killing my men, but I'm going to ask your people to pay for my men that they're going to pay for it." When he went and asked his people to pay money so that they don't get him executed, they didn't. They said, "Who will pay your money?" They will not pay your money and everything. Then Napoleon told him, "I'm not going to execute you because you killed my men. I'm going to execute you because you fought for people that don't care about what you are fighting for." And that is a problem. How is it that somebody like Akpabio is fighting for something, nobody cares about what she's fighting for? They're caring about whether she's a woman or not. And funny enough, this woman agenda that they are pushing has nothing to do with our culture. And some of these people that talk about women, they forget the reason why they are going after her. Is Fubara not a man? Are they not going after Fubara? I don't understand this. We get easily carried away. This government, they are doing everything to sabotage our nation over and over again. The Nigerian currency have not appreciated, even if you have a massive refinery that has the capacity to reduce the demand for the dollar, that the Nigerian currency should be appreciating, and the cost of petrol should be coming down, and people should be feeling better in Nigeria. But they will never let that happen. Why should we enjoy? Why should we progress in this world? Because that is their job. Their job is to make sure everything remains the same. When I say these people are caretakers, they are not governing this country like a country that should be developing. That is exactly what they are doing. And just mark my words, just keep following the trend. You're going to see it keep happening over and over and over again. This is what you're going to see keep happening. And you look at this one on the chat there against Natasha Akpabio. You see, what is wrong with our people? What has we got in your head that I'm against Natasha Akpabio? I'm for that woman for what she stands for. Because if we get our steel industry going, Nigeria is going to become industrialized. We are going to be selling steel all over Africa, like Dangote is selling oil now, all over Africa. That is going to mean wealth for us. Why do we have to be suffering? Why should we have to be suffering when we have the opportunity right in our front, right there? Now, it's not like Dangote is still building it. It's already there. But we can't even tap into it because we have incompetent government, incompetent people that cannot even ask competent questions. And when one person tries to do it, they try to destroy her and they make it about women. They make it about sexual harassment and all those things. And personally, I don't like why Natasha Akpabio even brought sexual harassment aspect to this. She should have focused on the issue. I really don't know why she...
To Nigeria, you're so wrong to even say that. It's like you're supporting sexual harassment or potential sexual harassment, and you're making it seem as if that's not an important issue in any society. Because a damaged woman is a damaged society. An abused woman is an abused society. So
men
please,
have been abused
I don't
too.
think you should have said that.
No, okay, maybe I didn't word that one well. What I was trying to say was that if she wanted to bring up sexual harassment, she should have had her evidence immediately presented. If you want to talk about that, because you are taking away from the more important thing, the main reason why they are going after her. They are not going after her because she just because she's talking. They are going after her because she's asking difficult questions. She said it on.
I disagree with that evidence part. Natasha does not have to bring evidence. If a man abuses you, if a man has making sexual advances towards you, as a married woman, is even atrocious. As a married woman, you don't need evidence.
Yes. You can report it to your husband. No, in the case of the state, you have to provide evidence. You can't just say stuff.
In fact, let me know.
Say stuff publicly when there is no evidence for anything. You can't just say stuff publicly. You have to have a way of trapping him and getting evidence. If Chabi should provide evidence now,
how do you know she don't have evidence?
If she has evidence, they let her present it, and so that this stuff. I tell you, if she brought her evidence up, Akpabio will be out of office now.
Please. Okay, hold on.
Why are we doing this? If she brought the evidence up,
hold on now. Can you guys hear me, please? Thank you. Good evening to you, man. Thanks for calling in, Madam Ene. Talk to us. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Madam. Please go ahead. Talk to
Thanks
us.
for taking my call. The reason why I just called now is because of the evidence they're actually requesting for. Unfortunately, any woman that has been sexually harassed, sometimes you might not even have evidence. I'll give you an example. An uncle of mine, when I was very young, did something to me. Unfortunately, today, I don't have the evidence, but this happened to me and I have flashback based on that. When I told the wife, she didn't believe. So with Natasha, she went to that studio, Arise News, and when she got there, things happened, questions came, and that was when she actually spoke about the sexual harassment, not because she wanted to use it as anything against Akpabio. So the evidence might not be there, which is a difficult one, because if you are not a woman, you won't really understand. Unfortunately, these are very difficult areas to go into. I hope she's got evidence, but if there's no evidence, if you've been harassed, and sometimes there might not even be clear evidence to clear your case. So that is why I actually came in. I know I've come in between the conversation, but that is actually how difficult that can actually be. People will say, bring evidence. There might not be really physical evidence, unfortunately, except there are phone calls and maybe text messages. So that is the reason why I came in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you. Okay, let me take another call quickly. Thank you very much, Madam Ola. Madam Ola, are you there? Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, man. Go ahead.
Yes.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. I don't have a lot of time. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening, Mr. Elvis, and everybody out there on the panel and in the comment section. I just want to quickly respond to, is it to Niger?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Evidence, where is Niger asking Natasha to bring the evidence to? Is the public the court room? I mean, you always hear that anything you say will be used against. If you bring out the evidence, it will be used against, and you're already planning against that without even evidence. They are saying it's not true. That man, what's his name, that just abused the honorable minister. Just one saying it did not happen. I was there with them. If you now bring that evidence, they will now be looking for something to counter it. The public is not the court. They already blamed that for going to Aradi, so without people petition to them. So where is Niger asking us to bring the evidence? We should just hope that she has evidence so that when the case is now open in court, she will present them. Why would she present the evidence to everybody now? The public is not court. We don't need to see the evidence. Let her go and prove her case. I just need to respond to that.
Thank you,
Bring
ma'am.
evidence first.
Thank you.
You should have brought the evidence since. No,
Okay.
we don't need to see it. You take it to court.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all you do.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, man. All right. Round up in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Why are you giving me 10 seconds? When the people talk for
No,
5 minutes?
your minute's already over. I'm giving you 30 seconds.
I know. So, okay, let me just say this. I don't know why they are getting me wrong. You see, they missed almost everything I said again. This is a problem. They missed everything I said. I'm not saying I don't believe her. I believe that she probably was sexually harassed. That's clear. Akpabio has a history of that. The probability is in her favor that it happened. But if you want to bring this stuff publicly to be able to use it effectively without taking away from your focus, your real focus, that she was the battle she was in, which was for Ajakuta still, she could have just gotten the evidence. If she doesn't have evidence, then leave that one aside.
To Niger, your position will have been worthy if the case will be decided outside the court. But since the case is now in the court, then the issue of bringing your evidence is just
inconsequential.
It's very, very inconsequential.
I understand that. My take is that if you want to go after somebody like this in such a way, even if it is true, you tell your husband, you tell your family.
Nigerian politicians don't resign. Nigerian politicians don't resign.
I think he would have had to resign if there was video evidence of showing this. He would have had to resign.
All right.
Let me finish my point.
I understand that you are asking for evidence.
I'm not asking her for evidence. I'm saying what she should have done. I'm not asking her for evidence now.
Hold on. Now you said that. I understand what you're saying. What she should have done, but I want to let you know that she shouldn't have done it. She don't have to. You cannot post your evidence on social media. We're talking about a very high
high profile
ranking individuals here, senators and number 3 man. So if they want to see evidence, let's go to court. Let's proper investigation be put in place. Then she'll provide that evidence. I addressed this last week. People calling for evidences to be produced and all that, even though she don't have evidence or she have, but my take on that video was, how can you be asking for evidence that Senator Natasha should post evidence on Facebook, on YouTube, or Facebook?
No, I'm not saying she should do that.
So where do you want her to provide the evidence?
Even if it's to law enforcement, whoever you want to provide the
she
evidence.
cannot just go to law enforcement
or to the Senate or to the Senate. Hear what I'm saying here.
How can you give evidence to a Senate that have not given you a voice?
There is zero evidence now. That is the problem.
What?
There is zero evidence as it stands right now. There is zero. If there was evidence,
no. The case
would have
is
stepped down.
You cannot say zero evidence. No,
there's zero evidence.
If Akpabio think is a zero evidence, let Akpabio sue her then.
You think he has to look at what they've done to her now? If there was real evidence that she brought forward, she would not have been suspended.
No, she's not.
You can say that Nigeria is all over the place, but on that one,
they are only being intoxicated by their satanic power. Simple. So
we all know that part.
Natasha doesn't look like someone that is bothered. She's not bothered. She's not desperate.
See, what I know about Natasha is that this is a woman that fights when she believes something. She fights in that direction, and she fights strategically too. She doesn't just go all over the place. This one, I felt like because look at the 2 women call now. Because it's very, and it's an emotive issue when it becomes a woman issue. But we forget that while we are fighting for this
woman. Not about women. The same women that called in, whatever they are saying, I've said it a week ago on my one of the video I posted. And I was referencing to people on social media calling for her to present her evidence. I countered it myself. So it's not about women to women now. This is my
but so you don't think that when you are making accusations, you should if you have the point to get evidence, you didn't get it.
No, she shouldn't present her evidence now because this matter long. She shouldn't run more than a shadow.
But to Nigeria, the day this woman was talking in her right, she said she has evidence. So exactly. The point is that she has not even been given the opportunity to even present
evidence. She post her evidence to
present evidence.
Go to one police station to say, I get evidence.
But she openly come and make the accusation now. See,
yes,
one way or the other, we have to hold each other accountable.
Hold on. She openly come out to make the accusation so that people can listen to her voice. Senate can listen to her voice, but they refused because they are satanic. They don't want to listen to her.
They are satanic, but that's not how it works. If you want to provide your evidence, see, Nigeria Watch, if I came here now, I said, oh, so and so and so and so did stuff, so and so this stuff. How are you supposed to know what I'm saying is true? How are you supposed to know? You don't have any proof.
You should be given a room. You should be given a room to express yourself and show your evidence, but no room has been given to her.
From what they said, they are using the Senate rules. But I believe that if to have been that she presented evidence, there is no way in hell that they would have been able to suspend her. There's no way. And I feel like this whole thing has taken away from the importance of what she is doing. That Ajikuta Steel plan that she's fighting for, the fact that she's fighting for probity. You know, she said something about how they share money, how she didn't like what they were doing. And now they've shared all the money again. All those areas have been lost.
Tunaja, let's wait till the end of the movie. You will see evidence. Don't worry. But for now, I don't support her to present any evidence at all until she's.
No, it's up to her. It's up to her to present evidence. But my own take is that I'm looking at the whole thing from a macro point of view. That I'm seeing the people in Nigeria that are trying to do the right thing are being attacked and destroyed, and their whole struggle is being forgotten. It's about women now. It's turning to a woman struggle when the main reason why they truly hate her is probably because of that Ajikuta Steel that she's fighting for. She started fighting for it even before she became
Let me tell you something. Do you know that if I've been accused of something that I know I'm not part of, I will sue you? Evidence or no evidence, I will sue you. Even though don't, as long as you've accused me already, I will sue you. So you know what that means? If I sue you, it means that you will put under pressure to present your evidence, right? Let Akpabio sue her. Take her to court.
I'm not interested in their what
Let me take this call quickly.
When they sue each other, then they will sort themselves out.
Hold on. Black Panther, go ahead. Thank you. Good evening to you. Quickly.
I want to thank you so much for what you're doing. I want to ask you, Nigeria, when there's a sexual harassment in where you are over there in England, do the person bring the evidence to your TV and you will not listen to the evidence, or go to court to present our evidence?
Exactly.
Yes, they do that. They don't come on.
It's irrelevant to the scheme of things. You cannot sit down in that studio there and ask for evidence. You don't bring that two-way sexual harassment can be taken to court. It's either you have a verbal evidence or you have a physical evidence. It is when the police go on board and now when they have a talk together where they met, police will now ascertain whether that stuff was sexually harassed, whether she was sexually harassed. So police will determine it. So, but if she has this kind of evidence, there is no need for the courts to come in. They go straight direct to the judge. So when you are there, you should have gotten enough knowledge on how sexual harassment is being done. Please don't come out to caricature this issue. It's not an issue you can caricature. It's a national issue. Sexual harassment is a national issue and it's a state issue that should be dealt with because the women have been dealt with. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, to Naija. No. It's okay, to Naija. Thank you. Augustine, you're just coming in. You have 5 minutes. Quickly talk to us.
Okay.
I really need to go now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. All protocols observed. You see, I still maintain my stand on this Natasha Akpoti issue. Who was accused? Akpabio, Senate President. There's a precedent. Akpabio will step down, face the ethics committee of the Senate. That way, Natasha will go to the ethics committee and present evidence. Then they report to the Senate of the whole house. If in the end, Natasha is not happy, she can then go to court. Akpabio's reputation is in tatters. He must step down. There has been precedent. Okadibo stepped down. Saraki stepped down. And who again? When you accuse somebody, you step down. You go to ethics committee. That is where you put your case. Natasha, present your evidence. If whatever happens, the ethics committee may clear what is the name, Akpabio or whatever shenanigans, whatever they do. If Natasha is not happy, he will not take leave of the Senate and then go to court, because at court they are talking of Nigerian constitution, but at the Senate they are looking at their Senate rules. So that is pure the issue. So all this one they are doing just to divert it. Akpabio doesn't want to step down, and it's a shame. That is where I stand. It's only when Akpabio steps down, Natasha now faces Akpabio at the ethics committee of the Senate. If whatever evidence she can now disclose, text message or whatever, anything, letter writing, you present it there, and everything will be open. In the end, the Senate will now decide you will step down or we clear you, we give you a bill of confidence or something like that. That is the way it is done. That is the way it is. All these things are just diversionary. They know it. Akpabio must step down. That's why Saraki said.
Can I ask a question?
Wait, Saraki said Akpabio step down for proper investigation, because during my own time, I was accused of something. I stepped down. That is the way it's done. Or Kadibo step down. Who is Akpabio? That's what I'm saying. So let's not let this thing. Okay, Najito, ask your question. Let me quickly. See
so anyone can come and accuse any government official of something, and they have to step down, or just step down for that part of the issue.
I know this is not government official. This is
Natasha is not anyone. Please
listen.
Show us some respect.
Exactly.
Natasha is not anyone.
Okay, I want to separate it. I want to see whether it's for everybody or government officials accusing each other.
See, to Naija. If you have listened to Tambuwa, because every day we learn. When Tambuwa was speaking at Emeki Hediohas, he said something. He said they in the Senate are guided by two principal documents. One, the Constitution. Two, their Senate rule. He said the third one is called precedent. And anybody who is a lawyer tells you you judge a case in court based on precedent. You can win a case on precedent. Has this type of thing been handled in Nigerian court? Yes. Maybe Justice Kayode Ayo Rikefe versus so and so, Kayode issue, so and so, Oputa. That is what they call precedent. So there has been a precedent in the Senate. There has been a that's why Saraki, the Senate president, who has been told Akpabio, I've been where you are. This is the same rule, the same Senate rule that is guiding you is what I used. I stepped down. Chubo Kadibo stepped down. Who is Akpabio not to step down?
Let me ask
that
you
is
again.
The issue.
Saraki case, was there any form of evidence or was it just an accusation?
Even if you accuse Saraki of taking orange, Saraki is there as listen. Listen. The question he said, what was the question you're asking?
About Saraki's case, I want to understand because I don't know about the case. I'm sure a lot of viewers
Saraki was accused of something like misconduct or something like that, whatever it is. Because Saraki was accused when he was Senate president. If Natasha Akpoti has accused maybe any Naya Baribe, floor member, or Victor Ume, or any other senator, two of them would have gone to the Senate Ethics Committee. Ethics is for the Ethics Committee is only to investigate senators' allegation against fellow senators. That's all. So that's why they put it. It's like a quality control for them to sort of to check themselves. So in this case, Saraki was Senate president when he was accused. He stepped down. Okadibu, that's why Saraki said, okay, Akpabio stepped down. During my own time, I stepped down for investigation. Why is Akpabio not stepping down? I mean, these are open facts.
I give you guys 30 minutes to iron this within yourself.
Exactly. These are open facts. That is where I stand. We believe in procedure. That's why sometimes I will tell people, say, look, why do we quarrel with our electoral system? If you conduct a free and fair election, an armed robber may win. As long as the people voted for him, an armed robber can win an election. So far, the people voted for him. But a saint can still be rigged in, and he's still being rigged in, despite the man's character being clean. So that's why the procedure matters. How you arrive at something matter. Akpabio must step down. He is the Senate president. You can't be having the gavel. If it's another senator, we shouldn't be talking this because they would have gone. Both of them will go to the ethics committee, present your case. They trash it there. If you don't like, you go to court. But Akpabio cannot be holding the gavel. He cannot be holding the hammer and sitting there, and then they are talking about you every day. You resume. It's a lie. And there has been a precedent. Okadibo stepped down. Saraki stepped down. I think there's another Senate president, even David Mark. I think so, but I'm not sure of that one. But that's why Saraki, as former Senate president, told him, Akpabio stepped down for proper investigation. During my own time, I stepped down. What is wrong with that? That's why we are not progressing in Nigeria. Certain things, we just start to play politics with it. Akpabio must step down for whatever he must. Because that honor, that's what they call bringing the Senate office of the Senate president to disrepute. That's what they say. You brought it to disrepute. So you have to step down.
Let me say this. Regarding the stepping down of Saraki, I think it's Bukola Saraki, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Bukola Saraki.
Yeah, he was accused of false declaration of assets, offshore holdings.
Whatever it is.
So those things, when somebody's accusing him of those things, they will present some kind of information.
You can't. It's only when you step down, then they will start to present.
Whatever they accused him of is not important right now.
It is the office. He stepped down from the office. That's what they're saying.
Step down so that a proper investigation can be carried out. Simple.
What the accused of Kadibo wasn't a sexual harassment.
My concern is that you have to think clearly about what you're asking for. Hold on, please. You have to think clearly about what you're asking for. If somebody can be in an office and another official can accuse them of something and they can step down, hold on. What stops any one of the opposition officials from accusing a Senate president of something and dragging them down? You have to think.
Wait, you and I live in the UK. If you and I working in the same company, and I accuse you of something, during the time of investigation, both of us, they will suspend us. That's how it works.
Listen.
No, if both of us are doing something, that's something different. I'm talking about one person accused is a senior official, and then just the accusation alone, just the word alone is enough.
Niger Watch. What two Niger
This
is saying
not
is
just accusation. Why are you calling sexual harassment just accusation?
No, it's a word. It's words. It's not hard copy evidence.
Listen, I don't want to miss this point.
How many women have proof to their sexual harassment?
See, Niger, what you have to be careful. This is serious stuff. You can't just say some people say something and some other person should step down.
Niger Watch.
Let Akpabio sue her.
Niger Watch. Listen, I don't want to miss this point. To Niger made. He said maybe if one official has accused another official, it will now sort of maybe give a leeway for everybody to accuse, something like that. Anybody can accuse. When Okadibo was accused, he stepped down. Who succeeded Okadibo and him? Pius and him. Why did other senators accuse him? Who succeeded him? Was it not a good luck? Wabara. Why didn't other people accuse Wabara? No, hold on. I'm coming. Let me finish. Why didn't others? Nnamani succeeded this. Why didn't they accuse her? Nnamani. David Mark came. Why didn't they accuse David Mark? Until Saraki came. Because he has a case, they accused him. After Saraki, there was Lawan, the one from Yobe State, who accused Lawan of something that made him to step down. Nothing. So in other words, you don't just accuse.
All right.
It's not that every state president will accuse. So
all
that
right.
is the
Thank
issue.
You. To Niger, you said Niger, this is a serious matter. So if Akpabio know that this is a serious matter, sue her. Number three man we are talking about. Obviously, I know it's a serious matter.
Let Akpabio and her worry about that. I'm just saying that we have to think carefully about this. If somebody says something, and even if it's a senator, let's say opposition, Labour senator says, I saw that Akpabio was stealing money in this thing, then he has to step down. Just from that accusation, nobody will be in office.
See, you see, I don't want people to deviate this. There is what they call ethics committee. Do you know their rule? Do you know why they have ethics committee?
You are saying that anybody can say something and some other person steps down.
Listen,
that's what you are saying.
Ethics committee is not meant for me, when no be senator, or you, when no be senator. Ethics committee is meant for 109 members. They are first among equal. They are disequal. So if anybody point accusing finger of you, all these things they're saying should have been settled since. All Akpabio should have done was, ethics committee, when are you having us? On that day, you will see the deputy senate president presiding. Akpabio will be on the floor, and then they go to the.
Let me show you evidence of what I'm talking about.
There is no. You see,
CM, you have been saying this about Saraki. Now let me show you what.
You are dragging.
Hold on. Let me read it before Saraki stepped down. Before Saraki stepped down, they said before Saraki stepped down as Nigerian senator, Senate president in 2019. Various agencies, organizations presented evidence supporting allegations against him. Economics and Financial Crimes Commission. In May 2009, the EFCC stated it possessed indicting petition and documents against Saraki, indicating ongoing investigation into alleged financial misconduct during his tenure as governor of Kwara State. Then Panama Papers also revealed it. So there was evidence. This is what I'm talking about.
Listen. Because your own is that you like to deviate. You set a question and start to answer it. Listen to me. It's a lie. Listen. Let me tell you what you read was when Saraki went to Code of Conduct Bureau. That is different from ethics committee. Who are you telling? Do you think I'm a small boy? Do you think I didn't go to school?
No. We are talking about step down. We are talking about step down. We are not talking about Code of Conduct and all the rest.
The charges you read, that was what took Saraki to Code of Conduct, which they are looking for evidence from outside.
Are you talking about? I'm talking about step down. You are changing you are the one changing it.
I'm not changing it. I'm not changing
step down because he was just
Saraki went to the Code of Conduct. Saraki did not. Code of Conduct is not an ethics committee. Do you understand that? Do you know the difference?
So I'm not interested in Code of Conduct or ethics committee. I care about you saying that once an accusation has been made, you step down. That is an issue.
He said, you see, your own is that you want to start this.
But that's what you said when you came in.
You want to listen, because people are listening to us. If I'm a senator and I'm sitting there, I accuse Saraki. As a senator accusing you, you are not going to the Code of Conduct. You are going to our ethics committee. Stepping down means that because you are Senate president, that's the meaning of stepping down. If you're on a floor member like me, you are not stepping up or stepping down. Two of us will just go. But because Saraki is the leader of the Senate, a leader is accused. You come down from your high seat, the deputy takes over and the presiding. As long as that thing takes for us to go and present ourselves to our fellow senators in the ethics committee. That's what we are saying. That's what nobody's telling. What is CM?
What I'm talking about is.
You see, I don't like some. If you said another question, I can allow you to answer it. I won't argue. I've made my case clear.
Let me make my case. The context of our conversation was that I was saying that Senator Natasha Akpoti represented something very, very vital and important to Nigeria, and the whole conversation had been derailed by an accusation that didn't come with evidence, that didn't come with the force of the law that is going to dislodge this in Akpabio from office. And that is a valid argument to make. And you came in and said Saraki he stepped down the moment he was accused. And I was like, but they must have presented a kind of evidence before he stepped down. And why did that they provided evidence?
Why did listen
to step down?
That question you should ask. Why did Saraki tell Akpabio to step down for proper investigation? Is it me that said it? Why did Saraki tell Akpabio?
He's a politician.
What
do you expect from politicians? Politicians are truthful.
Because he's a politician, and not because
he's being disingenuous.
Listen, and not because Saraki has been Senate president.
The one that has been accused of false asset declaration is the one they are using as a paragon of integrity now.
Look, listen to this. The purpose of a Senate leadership is that you are first among equals. You are not higher than anybody. They put you there to preside. It's a presiding officer. Not really that you are leading them, but Nigeria use the word leadership. Now, if there is any accusation about you, it has to do with it's impacting on the integrity of the Senate. What you should do, because you, the Saraki or Akpabio or the Senate president, there is ethics committee is for you people. Go and present yourself there. See, code of conduct is for the whole country. I can go to code of conduct, but I can't go to ethics committee because I'm not a senator.
Are you okay with him getting himself to the ethics committee without stepping down?
Who?
Akpabio.
Akpabio. What it means by stepping down is that as long as that thing happens at the as if it's going to take 2 days, 1 hour, 10 months, 10 years to be at the ethics committee, throughout that time he's not presiding. But he's still a senator.
You see that is the problem. That is the problem because you can't,
there's no problem.
Without any evidence, you can't have somebody just step down from office like that.
When you step down, they present evidence. That is the way it happens.
No, but that's not how it happened with Saraki one.
No. Saraki, what you read was where Saraki went to. Code of conduct.
No. I said, let me read it again. Before he stepped down, I'm telling you, before he stepped down, it's very clear. Before he stepped down.
So, which means we expect Natasha to come and stand up in the Senate, say, look at the text. It's not done.
That is why I'm saying there's no point going in that direction. If you have gone in the direction, if James was fighting for Jakuta still now, the whole Nigeria will be on her back, supporting her.
I'm bringing you. See, listen. You can't leave the point where we are. Forget that. If you can dance around, I will bring you back to where we are.
Around. Look at that.
Where we are is true. Where we are is there is ethics committee to discipline, to hear the grievances, allegations against a senator by a fellow senator. Simple. That is just that is just it. The allegation.
This is madness. This is madness. Where we are is madness. Do you hear what some people are saying? Evidence is not out here. That's why he should step down. If evidence is not out here, why should he step down? What kind of world are we living in now?
Are
we living in a mad, crazy world where people just step down without evidence?
Not evidence. When you go there. When you go to the ethics committee,
start stepping down now, and we are making it about woman and womanhood. When we should be making it about this thing, what she was fighting for.
When you go to the ethics committee, Natasha will present her evidence before her fellow senators in the ethics committee. Akpabio, defend yourself. Later, the ethics committee will report back to the whole house. That is the way it's done. I don't know all these ones. We are just you conjecture something from somewhere and bring it.
I'm not asking for evidence. Just like I disagree with her going into the UN, and I disagree with her approach with what she's fighting. Because I believe what she's fighting for is very, very important. That she shouldn't be distracted by all these. Look at what is happening now. We are talking about something like Ajakuta Steel plant. We are talking about all this stuff now. This is the problem.
To Niger, when you
are just making my point.
Listen, when you bring this Ajakuta up, it's as if only you know this Ajakuta, the importance, the significance more than any other person.
One step at a time. We have to get one thing right in this country. One step at a time. Enough of all this distraction and woman nonsense. We keep talking.
Which means for Akpabio to go and clear himself sexual harassment before the ethics committee is nonsense.
Is distraction because
it is not distraction.
Nothing is moving forward. We're just talking, and they are wrecking the country.
It is not distraction. Maybe I'm hearing it from you for the first time. Akpabio must step down, go to ethics committee of the Senate, clear his name. Natasha will present her whatever evidence he had. That is where it is hard. That is the meaning of ethics committee. Ethics is not for the public. It's only for 109 senators. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's not difficult to understand. So Akpabio should go there.
It's okay. There's no point. We have different opinions about it. Personally, I support Natasha Akpabio, and many of the people that claim that they support her. Personally, I'm not even sure people are going to take a bullet for her. But I believe what she's fighting for is very, very important for the country.
Are you going to take a bullet for her?
I will.
You take a bullet for her?
I will. See. If I'm sure. Don't start now.
No. Listen, to Nigeria, you have been talking for a while. And
so you won't let me finish what I'm saying now.
Speak.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I was saying something now.
You have landed several times and you're going around the same circle. You haven't
reinvented you've not let me finish what I'm saying now. You are just going around the
same thing. Oh, he doesn't have to step down. What are you talking about? Do you think people
doesn't have to step down without evidence? Would you step down without evidence?
You're even asking for evidence.
I'm not asking. Oh my God, people even understand.
You live in the United Kingdom, right? You live in Mr. Elvis asked you a question, and you are here on a public forum saying that. In fact, I think you've just insulted every woman here by your comments of since you bring evidence. You've insulted every woman who has been sexually abused in one way or the other.
You see people like you chipping women's struggle. You chipping what the woman represents. What are you talking about? This is chipping in a woman's struggle.
And told us about her trauma because of the nonsense that you're talking about.
Oh my God.
How dare you?
You people pretend as if you care about women. You don't care about women at all.
How dare you? You don't care about you are working for this evil government. And may God
look at that.
What nonsense?
No, I don't care about these women.
Please just be quiet.
This is not about. Is Fubara not a man? Is Fubara not a man? Do you see what happened to him too? When injustice is happening in the country,
I'm not surprised.
This is what we're doing. This is what we do in Nigeria.
Very disappointed.
We either make it tribal. This is what we do in Nigeria. We either make it tribal or we make it sexist.
Of a senator that was insulting.
Oh, look at that.
Yes,
you see, your country is not developing. You are here arguing about man and woman and man and woman. Vain argument that doesn't get you anywhere.
Yes, you do not know. Ajakuta Steel issue is not. Natasha brought it prior to her even joining politics.
Exactly.
For your information.
Exactly.
And the reason why Akpabio wanted to push her to the seat where she will not be seen is because it's kind of relative even to that Ajakuta Steel issue, but also relative to the sexual advances that sexual predator has been going towards her for a very long time. And you cannot dissuade that fact. And you cannot tell us that we are being distracted.
Your thing is that
no, let me talk. Just be quiet. Because I'm very upset this evening.
Don't go for 30 minutes.
I'm very upset this evening. You have just insulted every woman here. Every woman that has been abused.
Don't start with that cliche. I didn't insult any woman. You're
asking for evidence. So any woman who is talking, who is listening to us now and has been abused, and there's no evidence, you are not telling them now. How do you think that they feel? A woman just called this program and told us about her trauma because of the kind of statement that you are making. You should apologize and don't ask for any evidence. In fact, Natasha should not bring out any evidence because this man is a sexual predator. He has abused Madam Nunez. She gave him a dirty slap. Why did you ask for evidence? Why did that useless senator not ask for evidence? Why did Akpabio's useless wife not sue Madam Nunez? Why did she not do it? In fact, let me just stop right now.
You act as if I'm against Natasha Akpabio. You won't take. You see, she's getting angry. She's not going to take a bullet for her. She doesn't even understand what Natasha Akpabio is fighting for.
You are not giving anybody any good information right now. You are just destroying people further. You are just
I'm not
intimidating women, and you are pretending that you will take.
How is that intimidating women?
Natasha, you are pretending to Nigeria.
You are asking for
evidence. How dare you?
See,
How dare you?
the way you are talking, you make it
How
sound
dare
as if
a
there is
man that
any
has
certain stuff here.
history of being a sexual predator? You
Oh
are
my
saying she
God.
should bring evidence. I am, in fact, let me just pause there. Mr.
Personally,
Elvis, I'm not going to talk anymore.
you are reducing Natasha Kochi to just being
You
a
are the
woman.
one who have reduced. You have reduced
You are the one reducing her, and this is that is my whole point. That is no. Hold on. Let me finish, please. Let me please. Let me finish. Let me finish,
Do you
please.
know what sexual harassment is for a woman?
My
Do you know what
whole
sexual
point. Oh my God.
Do you know what it is? If you don't know what it
Oh
is,
my
please
God.
just be
You see, this is the
quiet.
problem. This
Just
is the
because
problem,
you are
and
not
this is
inspiring
why
anybody
I
right
said
now.
she shouldn't
You
have
are
come out with it.
triggering a lot of things on women who have been sexually abused and they didn't
Exactly.
have anything to present. Natasha has printed out every evidence. And there's a question Mr. Natasha asked you. Why has Akpabio not sued her? But the lily-livered wife is coming to a rant because of her useless husband's behavior. She's as useless as her husband. Why has Akpabio not sued her? Answer the question before I start asking for evidence.
Well, I'm not here to. Why you are acting as if I support Akpabio? I'm not here to.
Just rubbish yourself today.
My whole point. CCM, please hold on. My whole point, my whole argument was because of what just happened here. That the whole conversation has been lost because women now have hijacked this and made it about, because she's a woman only. That is why all this is happening. We forget that Fubara is a man and there are women in that Senate house. And women have been there before and they've misbehaved before. Like the current president's this wife that has misbehaved in the Senate. They didn't treat her like this. You are not seeing what is truly going on. And when somebody highlights it, you fight them again. You make it about the women stuff. You forget that is exactly the point I'm making. That this whole thing has been distracted. It's taking us away from what is actually going on. How many of us are even paying attention to what is going on in the oil industry right now? How many of us are paying attention to what's going on in the security industry? Nobody. All we're talking about is all these distracting talks that is going on. And before you know it, it's 2027 and they go and rig again and they're going to get into office again. They will start regretting.
Because of please, for the interest of those that are listening, I want people to say this is what CM said. There are 109 senators that made up the Senate. They have different committees. They formed a committee called Ethics Committee to investigate any allegation made by a fellow senator against another senator. This Ethics Committee have seen a lot of senators go through it. Some came out hot, some came out their reputation intact, some did not. And when they say every senator must go to it, they did not exempt the Senate president. Okadibo went to it because they said he approved anticipatory approval. He approved some money for spending in anticipation that it will be in the budget. So they say it's a breach of what is it called, trust or confidence. He stepped down. Senator Azuta Mbata, the president of the chairman, when he was chairman, sat that day, and then Okadibo has to go to the Senate Ethics Committee and present his case. The same thing happened to Saraki. Senate Ethics Committee is for senators. Akpabio must present himself to the Ethics Committee. That is where the accuser will now present the evidence he or she has against you. It's not in the whole Senate. So when you go to the committee, the accuser and the accused will be there. After that, you will now come out and say you don't like the way it is. Maybe after that, Akpabio might now sue Natasha, say, at least I've been to the Senate committee, Ethics Committee, I presented my case, they didn't find me guilty, therefore, I'm now going to sue you for character or whatever. But Akpabio must step down and then face that committee, because that committee is part of the Senate. It's not meant for CM, because I'm not a senator. That is the way I believe in procedure. So if you can't obey a law, the Englishman taught me, why did you make the law if you know you can't enforce it? So why do they have ethics committee to guide the senators? Why is Akpabio avoiding it? Saraki, Senate president, went through it. That's why they're telling Akpabio, go there. When you go there now, then they now said, what is that? Akpoti? You're accusing her. Where is your evidence? You present it there, all those text messages or whatever you feel you have, you present it. If they look at it, it's not genuine, they can dismiss it. After that, then you come out. You see the senator said another vote of this thing. That is the way it happens. If Natasha doesn't like, he can take it elsewhere. If Akpabio feel that look, my reputation has been bruised. I can still go on. He can then sue. But that ethics committee of the Senate, they must hear it and then report back to the whole Senate. That is the procedure. In Akpabio's case, he can't change. That is where I stand. Simple.
So
yeah, you see, Dr. CM, let me say this to Nigeria, because it's like you are making your position to seem as if, you know, people are misplacing priorities. No one is misplacing. The issue of the subject of sexual harassment is so important. You must get that straight. And Ajaokuta issue that you are talking about is going nowhere. Okay, it's going nowhere. That issue is relevant and is going nowhere.
And the only
That's
person
one.
fighting for it is being derailed.
Other issues as well. Wait, other issues as well. They are not being silent or silenced, rather. They are also at the front burner as we speak in Nigeria. My question to you will be that what will Nigerians do differently if the issue of Ajaokuta is being discussed today at the National Assembly? Tell me what Nigerians will do differently. We just talked, I talked earlier about, wait, now let me just talk for a minute or two. You've been talking for 30 minutes. Let me just chip in for a minute or two. See, so that my objective is that this Ajaokuta thing you are talking about, I personally myself, the very first day, I highlighted it. So put that aside. It's not the issue here. Ajaokuta is going nowhere. Okay? It's completely going nowhere. I said here earlier that last November, December, when the federal government was talking about increase of telecom tariffs, Nigerians were not talking. It was at the front burner. We talked about every day, crying here. Nothing happened. Today, now, everybody are all ranting. The cost of streaming is high. Data is high. Are you just hearing it today? If people are talking about Ajaokuta today now, you think Ajaokuta matter is just a matter that just came up today? It's been there and it's going nowhere. So don't let us use that as an excuse to want to put this sexual harassment matter as not being, you know, something important. It is equally important because it is part of our lives in Nigeria, because we are all in it together, whether you like it or not. Nigerians only talk when it happens to them. It is only when it happens to them that they will talk, because the data issue was not eating you. It was not affecting you in December, in November, when we are crying, we are shouting on top of our voices here. But now it has hit your wallet directly. Now they are all talking about it. So let's leave it at that. Let's face the issue.
So for somebody that cares about,
don't bring any other thing into it. Leave Ajaokuta matter outside of this.
Let me reply.
We all know about that. Yeah. Leave it. Let's face the
sexual
harassment.
So let me reply. You see, this is the thing. If you are fighting for something and you already believe is not going anywhere, then you probably have already lost. Remember, the Port Harcourt and the Warri refiners were once said to be going nowhere. And there's a reason why they are all coming on stream now. Maybe the geopolitical weather is allowing it to happen. And that is the reason why you hit the nail when you hit the iron when it is hot. Right now, there is an opportunity to get that plant online. And she is fighting for it.
The way they have gotten the refineries online. Please. Yes. The way as if we have not been talking about refineries.
Okay. Let me finish now. See, the point is that I believe in what she's fighting for. And I know that she has done things that most politicians cannot do in Nigeria. And she did them without a lot of noise. Even when she's being persecuted throughout 6 months, she didn't make it to the Senate because she was being persecuted. So that is the character I want back. What is going on right now is taking her away from her target. That is what is happening right now. Maybe to get her to our target in the end. I don't know.
That's where everybody decides. That's why I disagree with you.
See, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. You've not even let me finish what I'm saying. See, maybe to get her to our target in the end. Let me finish, Jerry. You just allowed you to finish just now.
Okay, you say it.
Maybe to get her to her target, maybe if eventually get her to her target, if she managed to get Akpabio, But the direction, the way things are going right now in Nigeria, the way we are behaving, some of these things, they will get away with it because we are not focused on why they are doing what they are doing. Because she is not totally alien to these people that are in the corridors of power. But they want her to keep quiet, to stop talking, to stop making this demand. That is what they are trying. If they can get her to do that, she'll be fine. Just like the other females there, just like the other men there. Remember, this is not only happening to the women, the men too. If the men speak up, like the one that spoke up and said that they put money, they padded the budget, what happened to him? Did they not suspend him too? This is how they behave, like a court there. If somebody is fighting for something, you have to, one way or other, figure out a way to win that battle. I believe she's still going to win this battle because history has suggested that she knows how to fight these type of fights. But if you are asking me how I would have dealt with this, I would want to avoid this aspect. I will make it all about Ajakuta still. I will say these people won't let me bring this issue up, and this thing is vital to Nigeria. Because when you make it, if you bring it to the consciousness of Nigerians, look at what Dangote did. Dangote brought the refinery to the consciousness of Nigerians, and because of that, the government gave way on so many fronts. That is how you fight this battle.
You said Dangote. You see, you are talking as if that Dangote refinery that you are seeing there. How many years, sir? Did it take Dangote to build the refinery?
How many years?
You think it just came and so you think it was just a conversation of one day? I believe you know the number. If not anything, it costs almost over $20 billion.
It is important to the nation and it's important to our progress. Anything that's going to lead to progress, when you have that Ajakuta state, the lives it will save. Do you know how many lives it will save?
See. I don't want to go into Ajakuta still. I don't want to. The issue here, as far as Senator Natasha is concerned, the issue of sexual harassment is central. And you cannot, there's no way you want. I think somebody said you cannot caricature it. No, you can't. You cannot, not in any way, shape, or form. It is central. That is just my point. It is central. Okay.
There are soldiers dying every day. I'm not saying that we all make our sacrifices.
You see now, you now want to start talking. Please, please. You know why I don't want to get into conversation. You know it's very difficult. You are very predictable. Let me tell you something, Tunaya.
Can you just stop, please?
See, Tunaya,
I know you want
when you come to the platform
all the time.
When you come to the platform, you are very, very predictable.
No, I'm not.
That's why I will keep quiet. I don't want to get into conversation.
Let me finish what I'm saying, please. Can you let me finish what I'm saying? You keep interrupting me all the time.
I just want to say this. 10 seconds, please.
I'm replying to Irene Finance. Irene Finance was saying that Natasha should not have to put up with stuff. I'm saying that
just say this.
In life, when you are fighting for something important, you are going to get a lot of hits. Just like I get a lot of hits all the time here. You see me worrying about what other people hit me, because this is nothing compared to what people like Natasha is going through.
Wait.
Or soldiers that are dying are going through.
Okay, fine. You see why I kept quiet when you came in? You are predictable. Because even if there is a subject matter on the table, you see, you are very fond of, at the end of the day, you want to bring in the issue of security into it and all the rest of it. And you want to bring in the issue of economy into it as well. See, if we want to go that line, okay, for me personally, I believe that I have sufficient information and even knowledge to go through, but that is not what we're talking about now. Okay, let us focus on the subject matter that is on the table. Okay, there is always a way, okay, to want to bring in other things, other issues.
Why are you so allergic to it?
That is I don't understand. That is why I find difficult in you to even engage.
If you cannot understand,
that's why I cannot engage you.
Then maybe you should just remain quiet.
In a normal conversation.
You can remain quiet. It's not by force. I was replying to what somebody said about what Natasha. I don't care about what Natasha is going through. The point I was trying to make was that people that fight for stuff, there are sacrifices that are to be made. Delegiwa passed, Sadowiwa passed. We are all talking about them today. A lot of people do a lot of things. They make a lot of sacrifices. Sometimes they don't die in the line of the struggle that they are what they are doing. But many of them do pass away too. So the idea that just because somebody is doing something, you shouldn't care about them. I care about her, but remember, there are a lot of people that I know somebody that passed, working for Nigeria, helping to defend Nigeria, and he died. They didn't hear any news. Nobody. And his own mother, died in a bomb blast that Boko Haram used to attack Abuja some years before. Then he too died. In Nigeria, nobody hears about their story. So people are making sacrifices to keep that country, this thing going. So the idea that, because she's going through all this, nobody cares, and I don't care about. No, I'm just saying that the reason why she's fighting, we should not forget it. But I agree too that some women that feel like, okay, this is a woman issue, they should also talk about it. But what I see is the opposite, where it's only about the women issue now that is being pushed, nothing about what she's fighting for. Nothing about the true reason why they are going after her. It's not because she didn't listen. If it was just only about him and Akpabio shenanigan, I don't think the other Senate members would be that interested in it. There is something bigger going on here. That's why people like Erofa is not in government today. Because if those other people are in government, Nigeria will be in a different place. Whether they are corrupt one way or the other, Nigeria will be a different place.
And anyway, the thing is that one thing I know, one thing I want to say is this. I like following things logically, sequentially. Natasha's case, the person stalling it is just because the senators, maybe Akpabio, bought them over. If not, they insist, say the leader, you are presiding, you step down, go to ethics committee, you and Natasha present your case there. Because if he goes there, Natasha fail even to present a case, the Senate can sanction. That is when they now come out and say, look, you've been to the ethics. The ethics committee must function. They use it on other senators. Why not Akpabio? Other Senate presidents have gone through it. Why not Akpabio? That is where the case lies. The Akpabio must step down. So go and clear your name. When you are accused as a presiding officer, as a leader, they call him. You go. That is, Akpabio should have been the first to say, "Well, gentlemen, and then fellow distinguished senators, you heard what she said. I'm willing when they sued the senator, the ethics committee could bring us that I will step down any day." When he said, they will even clap for him. On that day, you go. If it takes 1 week for them to adjust, throughout that time, your deputy will be presiding. It's as simple as that. Ethics is for senators,
if
not
you want
for me.
To step down, this is why I said she should have come out with something. If she brought a message, if she brought something and said, give it to EFCC, give it to whoever, they are going to ask him to step down.
Listen.
Like they did with Saraki.
No, listen. In that ethics, that their rule book, you can't accuse somebody frivolously. She knows the implication. She knows the you can't just, all of them will be senators there. Why can't somebody get up and accuse the other one frivol without evidence? Why?
I would like to. Yeah, I think there's some truth to what you just said.
So you see, that is the issue. They can't just get up and accuse themselves anyhow. Lawan, the way when Ahmed Lawan, throughout 8 years of Buhari, he was there. He was presiding. But no senator can get up and say, Lawan, I accuse. If you accuse it, then you go to ethics committee. And when they go to that ethics, because everything, you have to show it there. If you fail, they present it to the senator and they discipline you. Because that is frivolous allegation. The ethics committee does not try somebody who is not a senator. You go there and present your case.
Okay.
That is why Natasha is saying that is where you should go.
Okay, tell me what happens to the people that accuse senators and then the senators were exonerated. What did they do to them?
See, if you go there and they are exonerated of the crime, of whatever allegation, it's left for the senators to know what to do to you.
But how many? No, I want to know. Is there any example of anybody being punished after they accuse a senator of something?
This man, why is this man when they suspended? Who was the person? Is it Abdul Ningi? Abdul Ningi, the one that claimed that they padded budget from 28 billion to either to 32 billion. Or trillion, I don't know. I think what they figure like that. They denied it. They said, okay, I have to go to the AT, and in the end, they now said, okay, he said he based it on what he read on this. They said no. They suspended him. Because of the suspension cannot be, and they according to their rule, because that's all Femi Falana made me to know. Falana said a senator can be suspended, but according to their own rule, you can't suspend for more than 2 weeks. It's written there. So if you suspend the Abdul Mingi, after that, they will have to recall you. But that have shown you that you lose your seat for that time. After that, you can come back. I mean, there is no senator that can deliberately go and accuse them, because you have to go to ethics. And when you go to ethics, you have to if you don't present it, when you come back, I mean, what is the point of after doing the United said, I seriously apologize. I should have, that's what that it makes you. If you can apologize for anything, why do it in the first place? If later you apologize, so why do it? So that is the issue. That's why Saraki, I took this in serious when Saraki said Akpabio should step down. You are the Senate lead, Senate president. During my own time, I stepped down for whatever allegation. I went to the ethics committee. So you go there.
Let me ask you. Do you think if the Senator Natasha Akpoti went and gave not everything, just some snippet of evidence to EFCC or whoever is responsible for this, and say, okay, this is it, that what happened and is solid, do you think they will not say, okay, this lady has presented some disturbing evidence to us about so and so and so. For this reason, let the Senate decide what they can do with Akpabio. I believe that will have a stronger weight. And remember, let me just add one more thing. Remember, there is also this other aspect that is going on in Nigeria where they are saying Reno Omokri is saying that she accused him wrongly. And I don't even know the truth of that.
Say that one.
This is why you have to have evidence.
Like what you said, the EFCC or whatever. Akpabio, if Natasha go and present evidence to this, Akpabio can take a lawyer, go and represent me. You go and present this thing. That is the issue. But if what is involved is that ethics committee is for Senate. That is where you go first. You don't forget that EFCC can still take it up. But that because it's a senator to a senator, ethics committee. Okay, you have to ask yourself, what is the meaning of ethics committee? Why do they have it? Let's start from there. Why do the Senate establish ethics committee?
To ensure that senators act with integrity.
Simple.
Exactly.
So when you accuse somebody of sexual harassment, does it not mean moral? Is it not impacting on the moral of the person? And he's a leader.
That is the whole point. There has to be evidence to it, not just words.
See, Natasha has evidence, but what we are arguing here is you want Natasha to start on the Senate and say, I'm accusing this is the
I don't want that. I just want her to go to an official panel and present something concrete that can bring this Akpabio down. You think I like Akpabio?
No. Yes, we are. See, you are moving. The thing is, what Natasha maybe backs of evidence. Yes, keep it there. Akpabio, why are you talking of step down? It's because Akpabio is a leader sitting on the high table. Assuming Akpabio is and Natasha are sitting the same row, nobody is stepping down and they're already on the floor. Two of them will just go. But step down is because you are on top. You are on top there. That's why they say step down.
Let me add one other issue Jonathan was going on about electoral reform. I think Jonathan, that thing about electoral reform, I think if you think about it again, you find out that there's no electoral reform you're going to do in Nigeria they cannot rig. The reason why they can always rig it is because of the characters involved. The last election could not have been rigged without Nigerians and especially party officials betraying their own party. If you don't betray your own party, there is no way you can rig this election, even with the last one. You have to betray your party one way or the other, either through threats that the other side threatening you, or you take money from the other side to betray your own party. And how do you think you can litigate against that with electoral reform? They will, if you ask them to put a computer, they will turn it off. If you ask them to take picture of themselves, they will change it. That is the problem. The people are the problem. If you don't sensitize the people enough, if you don't let them understand that their votes should be sacrosanct, it should be sacred, they should hold it in high regard so that they can be able to transform the country. If you don't let them see that, they will keep taking money and betraying their own votes. This is what you are going to be dealing with. Because that last election, it was airtight. They could have done it if they didn't betray their own party. They could have done it. But yeah, they did anyway. Tell me how you can litigate against that. can reform yourself out of that one. So that is one problem. Regarding Humphrey Nwosu's matter, I don't see personally, because of the kind of characters that have been given, you know, they've named all kinds of stuff after them, even here in the UK and everywhere in the world. Some very, very nasty characters. They name themselves, they name them after something. If you go from that point of view, you say, okay, yeah, why not Nwosu? After all, he ran one of the smoothest elections. Even if they selected the candidates, the military regime selected the candidates, he had all the flaws that comes to the process. But in terms of the election day itself, it was one of the most successful elections in Nigeria. I think better than all the elections that came after to date. So from that point of view, you can say, okay, he accomplished something. Give him the award. Give him, name whatever street you want to name after him. Nobody is perfect. Not Murtala, not Obasanjo, not Abacha, definitely not Babangida. And yet, these people have their names everywhere. So, from that point of view, I think he should be given the opportunity to be remembered for what he has served. Personally, the way these our leaders have behaved, there isn't that much for us to be proud of. Maybe this is the best he can do, I don't know. But there isn't that much to be proud of.
Anyway, on that one's own, like I always say, I said maybe I'm only the person having this. Said there are only two heroes for June 12th. Number one, Abiola. Not because Abiola is on the ballot. No, not because he won. No, you don't just win an election and become a hero. After all, you are supposed to either win or lose. Not because he's on the ballot or this, but because of the fact that Abiola was so brave when he came back from South Africa in May 1994, after witnessing what happened in Mandela. They asked him, he said, I will reclaim my mandate on the first anniversary of the mandate, which is June 12th, 1994. At Ekpete, he stood up, told Nigerians that I remain your commander-in-chief, duly elected. And then the address, I think the address is online. So after that, Abacha started looking for him. Say he declared himself president. Yes, he won. What are you waiting for? Everybody know the result from Humphrey Nwosu's account, and that will make me to go and read that his book. I think I don't know. I thought I bought it before. He said even NRC congratulated the SDP when they went for called a meeting. They wait, and it's only a Taraba result that is left. So to that extent, Abiola is a hero. And he fought for it even till he died. That's one. Then for Humphrey Nwosu, they found out that, you know what is called court order. Justice Ibeme has to bring a court this thing, order that, court injunction, the way they say that nothing should go on. Humphrey Nwosu now said, no, election must go on. He defied them and the thing went on. That's all. That to me makes him a hero because he has a court order telling him, court judgment that everything about June 12 elections should hold on. I think as at June 11, Humphrey Nwosu said they've distributed materials, sensitive material through the central bank of every state, and every field officer, they're already on the pulley, everything. Say it must go on. That according to INEC law, nothing can stop them. Ordinarily, he could have said, well, since my hands are tied, they brought a court order and then I can't go against court order. I believe in rule of law. He will just sit down. But he said, no, it must go on. And he continued and was releasing the result until that. Thank you, Niger Watch. So that is the reason. Thank you, Niger Watch.
Right. Thank you, Augustine. Thank you to Niger moderator, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. We've come to the end of the broadcast. I'd like to appreciate Mother Iris Finest. I can see you right there. Good evening to you, and thanks for the wonderful support. I'm very, very grateful. Thanks for your encouragement always. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm grateful. Thank you very much, my people. Everyone right there. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Abu Azi. God bless you. Thanks for being there. I appreciate you all. Madam Bella Naomi, thank you so much for the super chat earlier on. I'm very, very grateful, man. Thank you very, very much. And once again, Kiss Logira here and Osan again, Amede. Thank you for the support earlier on. Those of you that call in, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Madam Origin and Madam Eni, many other. Madam Ola also called in, and many others. Thank you. Black Panther, my brother, called in as well. Yeah. All right, my people. No, it's not too easy here in calling names. When you call some names, you not call some names. Sometimes we offend some people. You should always know that we are human beings. We cannot memorize everything or magnet everything in our brain at all time. Thank you so much, my people. We've come to the end of the broadcast. We're going to continue again tomorrow, fingers crossed, by 7 p.m. Nigeria time. We can continue so that we can continue to talk about what is affecting you and I. Fingers crossed, we can have a better Nigeria in our time. But the hope is very, 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 very slim. Very, very, very slim. Unfortunately, even now, more Nigerians are not talking about Nigeria anymore. And it's crazy. Just imagine saying Nigerians wake up one day, we'll consider another to call they use our platform they talk about. How would you feel?
I'm glad you forgot about Black Panther. It's very, very good to forget him. Let's forget him for forever. Yeah.
You they look for trouble now. Eh? So, my people, I appreciate you all. Do your part by pressing on the like button, help us to share. For those of you that are going to play back our video later on, please endeavor to always like and share our videos. Take our voices far. Leave your comment as well. Let's learn from what you think of what is affecting us. It's very, very important we continue to talk, put our voices out there. Now, God, I will bless you, my people. Like I said, we've come to the end of the broadcast, and I'll see you guys, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Good night, and bye for now.
That's right.
If you're